Deep below the belly of the 5 boroughs, down amongst the sewers and pipes of the city of dreams, lies another city. In and of itself a cultural capital, a city where the most outcast species inhabiting Earth has declared home. This is Rat City.
Hey, fucker, you want to lose another one?
He's never really engaged in violence before, but he knows that hot things hurt, and he tosses the coffee into that rat's face.
See, I knew the radio was wrong. I knew all those rats in the paper and on TV didn't know what they were talking about. I knew you were okay. Where have you been?
Lots have, happened, last 24 hours.
He goes over and strikes a match. And don't forget, light the lamp, not the rat.
Rat City by Night, a 6-part Vampire the Masquerade miniseries, is coming to Game Master Monday starting May 4th, starring Jenna Daggers, Supriya Zoop Agarwal, Gina Susanna, and Frederick Powers, with special guest appearances by Kendrick Smith and Abby Yazzie. Join us this May for our smallest adventure yet.
To change lives as just a teacher.
Just a teacher. Is that really all you think of yourself?
I don't know. I'm not an adventurer like you. I'm not saving anyone or going out and fighting monsters. I could never make it at Ace.
Oh, hun. That isn't everything. There are hundreds of adventurers like me. But there's only one teacher like you. I mean it. The way your eyes light up when you're talking about whatever you taught in class for the day. The way your students look up to you. You actually care, Alexander Jarvis Landry, and that's what makes you so special.
What would I do without you?
Well, luckily, you won't ever have to find out.
And we're live. Hi, everybody. I'm Green. I'm your guide here. We have some lovely people. I'm going to start from who I see in the overlays first to introduce themselves as well as who they're playing. We'll start with Danny.
Hey, everybody. I'm Danny, he, him. Thank you for having me here, Green. Super excited to be a part of this phenomenal cast and this really wonderful project for a great cause. Dannyrmendoza all over the internet, and I'm going to be playing Owl Alma, who is here.
Love that. That's all I ask of you is to be here. Next, we have Louie.
Now, since you're green, can I be pink?
Sure.
Okay, great. I'm pink, also known as Louie. I am not a professional RPG player like the rest of these folks. So bear with me. I go by Team Louie or Team of Louie on the interwebs. I prefer Team Louie, but it's Team of Louie was only available on Instagram because some guy whose name isn't even Louie chose the name Team Louie on Instagram. So it's a thing. But anyway, I'm playing Arthur Kincaid, who's a newsman who's coming to the town to investigate.
Fantastic. Next up in the overlay, I see here we got Malik.
Hello, I am Malik, aka the Jedi Smark, everywhere on all the social medias. I love playing TTRPGs, and I do a lot of that, sometimes for money, and right here for a good cause, bring clean water. And I am playing Isaac McCarmichael, the mayor of this fair town, and someone under a lot of stress.
Correct. And next up, who do we have? But Jelly. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Jellyfish Lines all over the internet. You can usually catch me on Bluesky. We're posting games on itch. And I'm playing Clyde Mayweather. Hi. You think you're stressed? You think you're stressed? Come on now.
The tensions are.
Hi, Clyde.
I'm scared. Okay.
One word, Alma.
We have Kay. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm Kay. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me most places on the internet at thecaninedetective. There's my logo in the background, but it's flipped around. I just have that up there. My friend got it for me for my birthday. But enough of my rambling. I think the next time you'll see me in something fun, I'm chatting with Classic Sam GM over on May 8th or something like that. So I think that's like the next time you'll see me on Twitch.
Fantastic. And that's our lovely cast. And we are all here to raise money for the Clean Water Fund. And so far, we raised $80. We have some lovely donation incentives, and we are still trying to reach our goal of $500. Feel free to donate at any point during this stream and anytime we're not streaming as well. Those donations also definitely count. So the incentives we have, if you donate $10, you get to add another spin on the wheel of misfortune. You donate some more, you get to have a couple of different things can happen. You know, people can get some more adversity tokens. Maybe a natural disaster happens, animal mischief, you know, the normal stuff. And if you donate $30, you might get a cameo from somebody here in the cast too. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get this session started. In the 1880s, something happened that rocked the foundation of Mayweather Springs. Basically, the town and all of its people, except for a select few, were wiped out during an interesting little festival, including some people from Pleasant Plains, unfortunately. At least that's what we saw the last time we were here, but that's not what people remember. You see, nobody truly left. Did that event even really happen? It seems like the town continued on just as normal. There was a little bit of debate that happened in town. There was some people fighting for the town to be completely abandoned, for the town to be swallowed up essentially again by the local flora and fauna. But then there were some people who were like, no, we have to take this opportunity and embrace the fact that we are the top of the food chain. So through those debates and continued movement, eventually, the town continued to prosper as it usually does, with the mining efforts assisting the future wars that lead us to now this time period, which is the 1940s, specifically 1947 in the fall. World War II has just wrapped up. The town has spent a lot of its time giving its resources to the war effort. In that time, they've also realized that the mine's resources were starting to maybe be over excavated. The mortality rate of the mines have also gone up. And so the town has decided to spread around its different income sources. From pickles to salmon, they have a couple of different things to choose from. But right now, it seems like they have something different to celebrate. Yes, the shimmering happens every year still. Yes, it is still a great festival celebration. But right now, they are opening up something new. And that is the pickle factory. It's going to be a very, very busy day for everybody in town. But it is shrouded by a travesty. You see, the girl that everybody voted to cut the ribbon at the pickle factory, alongside her father, the mayor, has gone missing. She was very well known in town, and everybody here saw her every single day when she walked her bike to school, waved at her, said hi when she worked at the mining facility as a receptionist. And she always had a smiling face to give them back. But now she didn't show up to school. It's been a week and nobody knows where she is. And concern is skyrocketing. It's been 5 days. We wake up in the morning to her father, the mayor, in his home. How are you feeling?
Isaac is beside himself. He is not well. He is in her room specifically. It's a very cold and empty feeling in this house right now.
Mm-hmm. How have you been dealing with this in the past 5 days?
I think Isaac has not been coming home. He kind of stays at the city hall for most of the days, even when he doesn't have to. And when he does come home, he kind of just goes like right to her room, kind of just like goes through like her stuff, just looks for some sign, some clue, just something like my little pedal, where are you? I know you're somewhere. Just please let me know. Where are you?
Mm-hmm. Fading out from there, we're gonna move over to the morning. Waking up with Clyde. How are you doing?
I don't think he's left his office for the past 2 days. He definitely has not left his office. He has tried to keep himself together, and this is him starting to break down. And he goes to Janet's desk and opens the drawers one by one, looking for something, anything. Come on, Maple Blossom. Come on, Maple. Come on. You gotta give me something.
With that concern, we'll move on. Arthur, how are you beginning your day?
Well, Arthur is getting up and he's going to the news station to perform his segment on the morning news before he heads to Mayweather Springs.
Okay. Why are you heading to Mayweather Springs?
Well, he's doing his story on the disappearing girl, and so he's kind of coming to investigate, because he's not only a journalist, he's an investigative journalist. So he's coming to investigate this specific happening.
Okay. Fantastic. So doing your news story, it seems to Go on without a hitch. I mean, you're used to this. This is your normal routine. Yeah.
I was going to say I have a monologue. I have the news story written.
Oh, if you want to, go ahead.
All right. Picture, if you will, a town tucked between a tired mountain and a slow, watchful river. Mayweather Springs, a place where every ounce of coal, every salted fish, every sealed jar is a pledge to the war effort that never quite seems to end, where sacrifice is measured in shipments and silence. Coal comes from the earth, salmon fight their way upstream, and cucumbers are sealed away in jars meant to preserve them indefinitely. At the center of town stands a monument, a towering pickle jar, but for tourists who still pass through, eager for something strange to bring them back home, they take their pictures and leave before sunset. But the people who live, they know better. Because sometimes, late at night, the glass doesn't just reflect. It seems to look back. Mayweather Springs is divided. The pickles on one side, sharp, sour, proud. The salmon on the other, stubborn, unyielding, forever in opposition. A rivalry as old as the town itself, and just as difficult to ration. 5 days ago, the town was preparing for celebration. The pickle factory, newly expanded, newly vital to the war effort, stood ready to open. A ribbon stretched tight across its entrance, waiting to be cut by a local girl, chosen to represent the town's future. Janet, the mayor's daughter. But for 5 days now, there's been no celebration. Because Janet is missing. Last seen near the great jar, her reflection caught and twisted in its curved jar. In the curved glass, sorry. Then gone, no sound, no struggle. Only the faint scent of brine and the quiet certainty that something had to be made. A choice. Because in Mayweather Springs, things don't simply happen. They don't just disappear. They're kept. And what the people of this town are about to discover is what happens when someone or something inside finally decides to open the lid.
That was fantastic. Thank you. All right. And that is the story that you gave on your news channel before you headed into town. And with that, we're going to jump over. Audrey, how do you start this morning?
I think that Audrey is up really early. Not that she's been sleeping well this week. She probably only got a couple of hours last night. So she is running around her house with her cup of coffee on her way to school, making sure that she has everything in her backpack. She's already gone and fed the animals for this morning and is running a little bit behind. She's about to grab 2 slices of toast to take with her to school, because normally she would go and pick up Janet on the way to school, and then she remembers that there is no Janet to pick up. So she only makes 1 slice of toasts, says goodbye to her dog. Her mom's already gone to work at the pet store, and she kind of races out the door, running a little bit late as she's heading towards the high school.
And panning over to Owl. How are you starting your morning?
I wake up prior to the sun so that I'm ready to greet it and it cannot sneak up on me. I find my way over to the local coffee dispensary, and at 7:15 a.m. precisely every morning, I have a damn fine cup of coffee. I am a normal, regular person who likes the things I like.
Great. You would notice that when you look across and see scanning the diner as you usually do every time you're in there, there is a familiar face that doesn't happen to be sitting there to give you your usual morning wave. Mr. Jenkins is nowhere to be seen.
Odd. I'm going to note into my notebook because I don't have my recording device with me. It's too large to bring with me over here. Missing person number 2, question mark, question mark. Do I see anyone else there who I can ask about this?
Yes, there is the waitress, the general patrons that are there in the mornings that go for the early bird special at the Finch's Diner.
Early birds here at Finch's. Announcement. Mr. Jenkins seems to not be here. Does anyone know why? Just to the room.
Fantastic. The waitress goes and approaches you because they're the only ones that have the balls to do so right now, because that was weird. And so she goes up and she's on her little roller skates and she says, yeah, so it seems like he hasn't shown up yet, but I'm sure he'll be here soon. He's just probably running a little bit late.
Gherkin? I say, holding up a pickle to you.
No, thank you. I'm allergic.
That is unfortunate. Are you aware that there are many pickles in this town and it is now becoming one of the largest parts of our town's identity?
Yeah, it's really bad for me.
Are you able to do anything to protect yourself from these gherkins?
Not eat them and, just mostly that. I mean, I can touch them, I think.
You don't know.
But I haven't rubbed a pickle on me, no.
I will be very careful and I will ensure no pickles are rubbed on you in my presence. This gherkin I will eat so that you do not have to risk accidentally contacting it, and then I eat it in one bite.
Like, you just swallow it, or is there any chewing?
It all goes in. There's chewing a little bit, but there's eye contact the entire time that the eating of the pickle is happening. And then a sense of, you should be reassured, the threat is gone.
Thank you so much for protecting me, Mr. Alma. I appreciate that.
Thank you. What is your name again?
Cindy.
Cindy, I will ensure that everyone knows that Cindy is allergic to gherkins, and gherkins can kill Cindy, so no one should allow gherkins near Cindy.
Okay. Appreciate that. All right. I got other customers to attend to. Thank you, Mr. Alma. Do you want more coffee?
1 cup is sufficient for me during the day. I do not deserve 2.
Okay. And she just rollerblades out. In the meantime, Isaac, you get a knock on your door.
Before I go, it's just very much like putting on a mask. And I, of course, answer it. Hello, yes.
It's your wife. And she's looking at you. She's like, Are you all right? You still got to cut the ribbon?
I'm okay. Yeah. The ribbon, yes. We should. The deal's important. Town still needs it. I got to talk to the police, but yes, the ribbon will still be happening.
Okay. You can talk to me too, right?
I know. Mm-hmm. I just, stuff's busy. The war's all over, and I got to figure out how to take care of this town because I need something. We need something for Jan to come back to. So when she comes back, I'm going to make sure it's all still perfect for her. Okay, and that's all I need to focus on right now.
Yeah. I have to go to work. Just if you need anything, again, you can always talk to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. And she leaves. So where is your next stop for the day?
I feel like my next stop would be City Hall. Just get like a rundown of like my schedule of like what's on the docket, what needs to be taken care of. But also like very much like trying to avoid being like recognized. Again, like Isaac's not good right now. Very disheveled. Clearly hasn't been shaving. Like, a lot of dark circles. So like just like very much like trying to like get to job, but also like very like a mayor like would try to like make an appearance, like like talk to constituents, people, but like no, Isaac is like going to City Hall and like staying incognito.
Got you. I think actually on your way to City Hall, you probably run into Audrey. Audrey, when you see Isaac, do you approach him? Do you do anything?
I think that she's walking her bike to school, looks up, sees the mayor, sees her best friend's dad, and just like tears fill her eyes, and she turns away and continues walking to school.
I think Isaac considers walking up to Audrey, but like again thinks better of it and continues on.
Gotcha. A lot of happy emotion. Speaking of Clyde, you get a ring on your telephone in the office.
Hello.
And it is Isaac's wife. And she says, "Hey, how are you doing?"
Hi, Patricia. How are you doing? Sorry you asked me first. Not good.
Yeah, me neither. Isaac just left for work. He didn't seem like he was doing too well. He's not really talking to me much though, so I'm trying. I heard that you've been in your office for the past few days.
You'd be correct.
How about we go get lunch?
Yeah. Just like old times.
Yeah. Just like old times. All right. I'll pick you up.
All right. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you, Clyde. And the phone call's over. Arthur, how are you coming into town?
He took the train to the nearest stop, and it's not terribly far, so he walked the rest of the way into town.
Mm-hmm. So as you walk into town, this is a type of town that doesn't have a lot of TVs. Like a lot of the residents still are a bit more into radio, but there's still a few who are quite into it. What's your first stop into this town for your investigation?
The first stop is, since he kind of got off the train, and he kind of left work and came straight there. He hasn't had a proper breakfast yet, so he's going to go to the diner as well.
Okay, so when you get to the diner, there is the waitress that goes to greet you with the menu, and she says, "Hi there, sir. Oh my God, I know you. You're on the TV." And Al,
yes.
of course, you would hear this as well.
Yes, of course. Hello.
Are you on the TV right now?
I don't believe so. Most cameras are studio bound and not really meant to go out of the studio.
What
Maybe
is
one
a
day.
studio?
Studio is where we shoot the news program that I'm on. It's a building with lights and soundproofed audio and cameras and people who know how to run the technology, and there's a big satellite, big tower that we send the signal out and goes onto the television waves.
Is it Cindy who went up to him?
Yes, she is the one waitress working right now.
Cindy is deathly allergic to gherkins. Keep gherkins away from Cindy. You should let people know on the news.
Specifically to keep away from Cindy.
Cindy is allergic to gherkins. There are many gherkins now in town. It is a large threat to Cindy's life.
Okay, well, I'm sure that there are dogs that are threats to other people's lives, but we don't go talking on the news to say, "Hey, keep dogs away from Fred." So I don't know about keeping a specific thing.
Why?
Well, see, news is something that affects the many, and Cindy, as lovely as she is the few. So most news that goes out isn't, Martha planted her petunias this summer. It's things that have a greater effect to the world. And
here in Mayweather Springs, there are not that many of us. If one person dies, that affects us all.
Well,
does that not affect you the same way?
Well, my program goes out to more than just Mayweather Springs is the thing. So if I started talking about keeping gherkins away from Cindy, I'd have to go and talk about keeping cigarettes away from children or something. I don't.
Why are you in Mayweather Springs if your program goes out to more than Mayweather Springs?
Well, you see, there's a happening going on right now in Mayweather Springs. The disappearance of the mayor's daughter.
That is one person. The few, not the many.
Correct.
Do you need me to save you from this conversation, Mr. Kincaid?
Maybe so, but I don't feel like he's really getting it. He's
I think I understand. Some people are more important than other people. Janet is important. Cindy is not important to your news viewers.
Well,
is that accurate?
Of course, Cindy is important to lots of people. She's important to me right now, but it's not something that you would report on to a greater populace to just that somebody is allergic to food. I'm sorry, Cindy.
You can sit wherever you'd like. And she just rollerblades to the next customer after handing you a menu.
He's going to go to the farthest possible table away from Owl.
Owl is going to watch the entire time, and if you look back at Owl until Owl leaves or you leave, Owl will continue to be looking in your direction.
Great.
Fantastic. Audrey, you're going to school. So what is a usual school day for you?
It depends on the day of the week because depends when various sports practices are or various clubs. She's in a lot of clubs. She's in a lot of different sports teams. What day of the week is it?
That's a great question. It's probably a Friday.
Yeah, so if it's a Friday, then she would have had no morning practice, so she would have left her house like the latest she absolutely could and still make it to school on time. Now that she's finished her toast, she's probably biking furiously to school instead of walking her bike to school, and is probably going to arrive just as the bell is ringing.
Fantastic. So the bell's ringing. There's students coming in and out at the Punching Pickles High School that is sponsored by the newly soon to be open Pickle Factory, which does have a giant 12-foot pickle jar in the front of it as a good little tourist attraction. It is quite favored in town, at least on the west side. The east side is dominated by the Fighting Salmon, which nobody at your high school likes, and generally thinks that they could all kick rocks, because that's the terminology that they would use at this time. Anyway, as you're going through, eventually you do your classes, you do whatever, it becomes lunchtime, and do you have any friends other than Janet?
I think she has people that she knows and who knows her. She's in a lot of clubs. She's in a lot of sports. But Janet was her like one good friend.
Mm-hmm.
And when she would stay in school at lunchtime, normally she'd hang out with Janet. Seeing as that's not a possibility, she's probably going to run home quickly to let her dog out. So it's just a quick errand, bike there, bike back. She's been doing a lot of that since Janet died. That's the wrong word. Since she disappeared.
I got you. as you are going, you happen to see somebody holding hands that looks awfully familiar with Clyde Mayweather. Do you have any thoughts or words about this?
Audrey clocks it, and I think that she would bike over to them to greet. I'm forgetting. Well, I suppose we wouldn't call them by their first name. It's McCarmichael's the last name, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mrs. McCarmichael, and she'll reach into her backpack. My mom made some extra cookies to deliver to you. I was going to stop by after school, but I saw you now. Here you go.
I think she tries to slyly move her hand out of Clyde's to take whatever you're handing, and she'll say, "Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Missed you around at the house." Clyde, how are you feeling?
I let her take her hand from mine just to like let her like be able to not be seen as obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Can you remind me what Clyde's last name is?
Mayweather, Lowell. You can just call me Mayweather.
Yes. Mr. Mayweather, you're sure you double checked the mines, right?
Absolutely.
Janet's not down there.
It's not as far as we've checked. We've checked to basically almost every end.
Okay. Thank you. I'm so sorry I didn't realize you'd be here. I would have brought you cookies as well. Let me know if you hear
You're okay.
anything. And she kind of runs off and bikes home.
Oh God. Do you want a cookie?
I can carry them to where we're going. I'd be happy to have one though.
Okay. Where would you like to eat? Do you want to eat at the Pickle Pub, or do you want to eat at the Finch's Diner?
I'll take the diner, honestly.
Okay. All right. Hopefully Owl isn't there.
Oh, fingers crossed Owl isn't there.
Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. And they head off. It's about lunchtime for you as well, Isaac. What's your plan for lunch?
I don't think Isaac eats. I think Isaac wants to just work. Maybe he gets like maybe like a bagel, because we invented the bagel in this town as well, apparently. So he definitely has like a salmon bagel or something. But I think what Isaac wants to do at this point mainly, or maybe he eats like a small bites but doesn't finish. But like I feel like he's talking to whoever like the chief of police is, or like the police commissioner of the town. I feel like that's where he is at like lunchtime, and even making a point of like pulling him out of his lunch for a meeting.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's there. He's got like a notepad and like something to write with, taking any of your questions that you have. And also there's like a giant jar of pickles with like a bow on the top of it that's been gifted to you.
I feel like Isaac is kind of like looking out the window, and he asks the chief of police like, any other updates? Like, what else? Like, come on, like it's been a week. It's not a city, it's a town. What come on.
We've been doing our best. We've been getting reports on the mines from the workers and the managers, and they haven't found anything. We've sent our own people down there with flashlights, but we can only get so far until we get to the restricted areas with the gas, and we're still waiting on the shipments of the masks to come in, so then we can explore deeper in the mines. But the woods seem to be clear. The hot springs are fine.
Waiting for Matt. Why can't we just get a bandana, tie it around, just go explore it? You know, who needs mask? You know what? Maybe we should rethink how much town's gonna get money's gonna get tight around here after the war. Maybe I should like rethink how many funds I allocate to the police department, or rethink who's in charge of the police department, because my daughter's missing and you're worried about a shipment of masks. Or how about she's down there without a mask in this restricted area?
Sir, the mortality rate of the mines is astronomical. We won't have anybody to look for your daughter if they die.
All right. I want results. Did you interview the Pines girl yet?
No, her mother has asked us to give her some time because she's still very sensitive on the topic.
She's always been a bit of a troublemaker, though. I wouldn't be surprised if she knows something. Keep an eye on her, at least. All right? All right, now, just... I want to be alone. Go.
All right, fine.
And as soon as he leaves, Isaac just starts, like, looks at the pickle jar and just starts breaking down, like... like just starts like crying really hard at this jar of pickles that is like on his desk with a nice little like red ribbon bow. I think it just has like a thing on it that says like, you deserve this. Like, God.
Oh, Jesus.
It's rough for this guy right now.
Arthur, as you're in the diner, you actually have set up a couple of interviews with some people in town. So some people have come in to actually talk to you. Is there anybody in particular that maybe you've reached out to that you wanted to ask questions to at all?
Probably the principal of the school,
Mm-hmm.
of the school she goes to.
Yeah, so I think they would have definitely met you during lunch. So the principal of the school is there. She is this redheaded, ringlet curled type of woman. Comes in very business, and she sits down right across from you in a booth. What are you having for lunch?
For lunch, he's having some tuna on rye, extra mayonnaise, a side of French fries, a cup of coffee, and a Coca-Cola.
Coffee and Coca-Cola. Fantastic. The principal sits across from you. She is principal. We'll say her name is Sarah Clydesdale. And Mrs. Clydesdale she doesn't seem too impressed by who you are. She's kind of just, I have to get back to work, so I'm just doing this because I think it's the right thing to do. So she's sitting there. She gets a cup of water from Cindy, and she just says, "Thank you, Cindy," and looks at you and says, "All right, so what am I answering?"
Well, first of all, Mrs. Clydesdale, thank you for meeting me here. Anything that you'd like is on me. You don't have to settle for just water if you don't want to.
The water is just fine.
Okay, fair enough. Not going to force you to eat. But Mrs. Clydesdale, I'm sure you know that I'm here for the disappearance of the young woman, Janet. And you are her principal, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Yes, that's why I called you here. So I'm doing an investigation, not a full investigation, but a journalistic investigation about the case of her disappearance. And I figure somebody that might be close enough to her that would have possibly some information about where she could possibly be or where she would possibly go would be her principal. And so do you have any insights as to any possibility of where she could have gone the night of her disappearance?
Well, I knew that she typically went straight from school to work. She was a very studious and determined young lady, which is something I quite appreciate in young women, especially nowadays. Her determination to get good grades and all of that seemed to be rather impressive. And she was always quite kind, talked to anybody that talked to her, despite how much time might have been wasted in those interactions. places where she could have been outside of that, I'm not quite sure, as I did not know much about her personal life. Her father was very busy as the mayor, and she mostly hung out with a girl at school. Her name was Audrey. She is also very determined and good grades, participatory in sports. I believe they were a little bit involved in the protesting that happens outside of the mines every now and then.
I see. So she was a protester who had a job, usually goes straight to work from school. What sort of job did she have as a young woman?
Contradictory enough, she was a receptionist for the owner of the mines.
Interesting. So she's protesting her own work.
Yes, it was very strange.
Who's ever heard of such a thing? It's quite a thing these days. These 1940s we're living in, the modern age. But okay, great. So she worked as a receptionist for the mines. So, very interesting. Did she ever speak of having any sort of run-ins or misdoings with anybody that worked at the mine due to her protesting?
Well, Mr. Alma over there seems to had a lot of the union and protesting work, and they interacted quite a bit.
The man with
the man that
over
keeps
there.
staring at you weirdly, yes.
I see. Okay. So you're saying he's somebody that I have to talk to?
She did interact with him, so I would assume you would like to talk to him.
Yes, absolutely. As unfortunate as may be, he is somebody that I would probably need to talk to. Yes.
He certainly spent more time with her than I have.
And how old is he?
Well, I haven't really spent any time with her, to be honest. I'm mostly in my office.
Right. Well, how old is he?
I don't know.
I understand. Just trying to figure out, spending a lot of time with an older man, sort of a thing. It's not accusing anybody of anything. It's just not something that you see a lot of.
Perhaps. I don't know.
Well,
I
anyway.
don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Well, give it about 30 years and we'll see. Sorry. So you're saying that you don't really have much insight on where she could have possibly gone aside from possibly work or with this friend Aubrey or possibly with her gentleman suitor, Mr. Owl.
I never said they were suitors. I just said that they worked on protesting together. You're making that assumption.
No, this is editorializing. It's not an assumption. It's an official form of journalism. But
I will not be part of your yellow belly pages. This is enough, sir. And she'll get up and start walking away. At this point, Clyde and Patricia go through the door.
Is it possible as she walks out, Owl will just glance at her and say, Clydesdale?
Alma?
Gherkin?
Yes.
Hands went over. Happy Pickle Day to you.
Happy Pickle Day to you as well. I suggest you also have coverage of the pickle ribbon cutting.
I'm also here for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, unlike Cindy, who is unable. This is across the whole thing. Unlike Cindy, who will die if they consume a pickle. Isaac here, as you said, Isaac walked in, right? Isaac here.
Clyde and Patricia.
Oh, just Clyde.
Clyde
here. Stop it. Clyde here will eat a pickle for the sake of Mayweather Springs, which is named after Clyde's family. Is that not right, Clyde?
That's correct, and I take the pickle.
Oh God, he's here.
I'm gonna pull out a little notepad from my jacket pocket or from my inner breast pocket, and I'm going to go. Okay, what was the teacher's name again?
Clydesdale.
Clydesdale, Pickle, and I'm not going to actually write anything down, but I'm going to say it like I am writing it down. Clydesdale, Pickle, Cindy, no Pickle. Got it.
Okay, that is understandable. Clyde, did you know that we have a newsman from outside of Mayweather Springs here reporting on the happenings in Mayweather Springs?
I didn't know.
Oh, that.
Arthur,
that
would
looks
you
like
like
Mr.
to tell
Kincaid.
Clyde? Oh, sorry.
She was just saying, oh, that looks like Mr. Kincaid. He's usually not here. Oh.
Yes.
Arthur, would you like to tell Clyde why you are here?
Of course. Well, it's a subject of importance to the greater outside world, the hoi polloi, if you will. That is disappearance of a young woman. So I'm here investigating and.
Jen McCarmichael.
I'm sorry.
Jen McCarmichael.
Yes, Miss Carmichael. And so
Why are you asking questions about my daughter?
It's not so much that I'm asking questions about your daughter, but there's a possibility. Who knows where she is? Who knows if she's with somebody or if there's somebody that perhaps she could have met somewhere that.
Did my husband ask you to come here?
Are you so okay? Are you the whose wife are you being right now? Are you being the?
I'm sorry.
No, I'm asking you as out of character.
There is one wife. Her name is Patricia. She came here on a lunch date with Clyde. She's still only married to Isaac.
Okay. Okay. Yes, that's why I was confused for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I was doing my tubes tied. Or my tubes tied. I didn't want to get my lines crossed.
Clip it.
That's bad. That's bad. No, no, I didn't want to get my wires crossed. But there is some. He may not have directly asked me to come, but I could hear it in his voice when his daughter was disappeared. When both of your daughters disappeared, that I could possibly help with the investigation and bring the story to the masses, as it were.
Arthur was explaining to me that he believes the story is newsworthy because Janet is important enough for people outside of Mayweather Springs to care about, unlike Cindy, who is not important enough for people outside of Mayweather Springs to care about.
I'm sorry, Clyde. This is too much. I need to go.
It's all right.
Could you just pick up food? I don't.
Yes, of course.
Mm-hmm. And Patricia will leave, leaving just Clyde to get lunch for them. Clyde, how are you right now?
Bad. Bad.
What's going on in his brain?
I'm going to fucking kill Owl so much. But he's being very polite about it. He's being very polite about it by not killing him right here. And he just waits for Cindy at like the counter, and he says, do you have like do you have a pie slice by chance? Cherry pie.
Yeah, I can get that for you. Anything else?
Oh God. Coffee, tea.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
They have a damn fine cup of coffee here, Clyde.
They sure do, Mr. Alma. And can you please stop telling people about my pickle allergy? I think the entire town knows now.
They will if Arthur tells them. I am not loud enough and do not have the platform to let everyone know. I can do what you would prefer, but you will be at greater risk if people don't know about your pickle allergy, as pickles become more important to our community.
I think
And
I'll
if somebody
take that
tries
risk.
to hurt her,
Oh God. Nobody's trying to hurt me.
I know, Cindy. I'm trying
What
to
is
make
your
a point.
question?
Yes, Cindy. So what is your reaction to pickles, and how do you get that reaction?
I just... if I eat a pickle as well as cucumbers, I'll get hives and my throat closes up.
So it's only if you eat them.
Yes, which I've
Okay.
explained already to
Right,
Mr.
well-
Alba.
Which I'm just making sure that I understand, because I certainly don't intend on force feeding you pickles, but I apparently Mr. Alma thinks that somebody will, and he wants to warn them. That's the dope that I'm getting.
I don't intend on force feeding you pickles as a wild sentence
Wild
to
lie.
say to someone you just learned is allergic to pickles.
Great. That really puts me
Mr.
at ease.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Cindy. I was trying to help. It seems that I am not helping. I will do something else to try to help. Should we be careful how we perhaps approach the pickles being in our community, Clyde? Without singling Cindy out, I mean. It is a new thing, this progress via pickle that we have in our community. And I want to ensure that no one is harmed or left behind while this occurs.
I think I just give him that look.
And with
it's
that,
like-
we're gonna jump cut. Actually,
Can we
I'm not the
get
mayor.
Can we get progress via pickle on a t-shirt? That's
Pickle
a
is
shirt if
power.
I ever. Yeah, that's a shirt if I
yeah.
ever heard one.
The town
I
be
think I-
powered by pickles.
I think with that smash cut, you just hear, "I'm not the mayor."
Sure, bud. You have no power here.
We're gonna jump over to Audrey's house, actually. And Audrey, when you get home for that lunch time, your mother is there, kind of having her own break from the shelter, and she sees that you come in, and she's like, "Oh, hey, honey, how are you? What are you doing here?"
Fine. I didn't have anyone to eat lunch with, so I thought I'd come home and walk Gherkin.
Of course. Let's see. Where is Gherkin? Let me go find him for you, all right?
Gherky, my little pickle, she says as she starts wandering the house looking for her dog.
Your mom goes out back, and that's where she is. But you get a knock on the front door while your mom's back there, so you're closer to the door.
Oh. Mom, were you expecting anyone?
No, honey, just check who it is.
Okay. And I think she's munching on her sandwich that she both packed to go to school and unpacked in her home, and is eating this bagged lunch as she walks up to the front door and opens it. Hello?
Oh, hi. And you'll see this woman wearing she's wearing a police uniform. And she says, "Hi. I know you don't know me. I'm new. Hello.
Hello.
My name's Officer Milton. And I'm here to ask you some questions, Audrey. I was told by the chief of police to ask you a couple of questions about Janet."
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Why don't you can come inside if you want. Do we need to go down to the police station, or can we do it here? I'm on my lunch break from school. Will I be late going back?
We can do it here if you want, and I can try to make it as quick as possible so you can go back to lunch. That's no problem. Mm-hmm.
No, it's not that. I just wanted to know if I needed to let my teachers know. I have perfect attendance, and well, but it's not that important if it's going to help you find Janet. Mr. Mayweather says that she's probably not in the mines, and sorry, come in, Mom. It's the police.
Your mom comes back in with Gherkin, and she's holding Gherkin up. We actually got two $20 donations.
Yay!
And what does $20 mean? Random animal mischief. So
Perfect.
Gherkin is being held up by your mother Audrey, and she is sorry. Is Gherkin a he or she?
She can be a she.
Okay. She is completely covered head to toe in mud. So it's just this thick mud puddle that she got into, and your mother is now also covered in mud. And she's like, I gotta go give her a bath. I'm so sorry. You can walk. Who is this woman? Why is the police here?
They wanted to ask questions about Janet. I can talk to them on my own. I'm so sorry, Mom. I don't want to make you late to go back to the store.
No, I don't want the police to question my daughter by themselves. That's ridiculous. You are a minor. Not a minor. Oh God. I'll be right back. I'm covered in mud. Be right. You and I've never seen you before. And then she turns to the police, and she's like, "Hello, oh gosh, I'm Officer Milton. I'm new. I was just here to question your daughter." And she's like, "Who sends somebody to question a minor without any supervision except for just themselves? That's ridiculous." And then Gherkin jumps out of your mom's arms and then goes up to the policewoman, Officer Milton,
Gherkin,
and
no!
she covers her in mud as well. And she's like, oh God.
I'm so sorry. And Janet will go to like grab Gherkin.
You're now also covered in mud. Yes.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can give Gherkin a bath. I don't know if you want to have the questions in the bathroom while I wash her, or I can come back to the police station afterwards. I'm so sorry.
Audrey, go to the bath and start giving Milton a bath. And not Milton.
Okay.
Oh gosh, you got me all messed up. Gherkin, give Gherkin a bath.
Yeah, okay, Mom. I'm so sorry, officer, she says as she like runs off to go. Gherkin, why did you do that? You're gonna get us in trouble. Her dad never liked me.
This poor girl. And while you're in the bathroom, you overhear your mom and Milton going back and forth. And the conversation essentially goes, "Why are you here? I don't want you here. I told them I don't want them questioning Aubrey. She's still distraught." And the woman is like, "Okay, between you and me, if I don't come back with some questions, with some answers, I'm going to be fired. And I literally just started like 2 days ago. And I really needed this job because I've already lost like 5." And she's like, "I don't care. This is my daughter. What do you mean?" She's like, "Please let me just sit maybe on the toilet while you give your dog a bath so I can come back." Fine. And so now you're giving Gherkin a bath, and your mom's also there, and Officer Milton is sitting on the toilet trying to get the mud off of her uniform. And she's like, I just need to know when the last time you saw Janet was."
Yeah, she was supposed to come to my house for a sleepover after school. When the night she went missing, I don't know, she like was acting normal at school. It was odd that she was allowed to come sleep over, because normally her dad didn't really like her coming for sleepover. So I'd go there, but I think like maybe her parents were busy or something. So she was allowed to come, but then she never came. So I thought maybe they changed their mind. And then the next day I went over to see if she was okay, and then her mom told me that she was gone. I'm sorry. So the last time I saw her would have been at school. I dropped her off at work after school, and then I went to work, and then she was supposed to come over that night, and she never did. So I guess like, I don't know, like 3:30 on the day she went missing.
Okay, thank you. And do you know if there was maybe any special interest that the manager of the mine might have had, like her boss, maybe?
I mean, Mr. Mayweather was always nice to us, even though he did not like that we were protesting the mine. It's so weird. How can such a kind man do such a mean thing? Oh, sorry. Maybe I shouldn't get that on record. Not that he mean thing. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Mr. Carmichael would probably want to hear that.
Mr. Mayweather was always very nice to Janet as his employee. He was very nice to give her a job. It's kind of hard as a high school senior to get a job in this town, but we were both saving up to maybe go to college and do a trip after we graduated. And so Mr. Merriweather hired her, even though she had no references, which was so kind. And then obviously he didn't like us protesting the mine, but he understood. My dad died in the mine, so he kind of, and Janet was more so protesting and to support me. And yeah, so I'm so sorry. What was the question?
Just the question was if her boss seemed to have any special interest in her.
I don't like. He was nice. Aren't you supposed to be nice to your employees? I mean, I don't have a good frame of reference because my boss is my mom.
Yes, that's right. I'm the best boss. Good job, Gherkin. And the bath seems to be finishing up. And she asked just a couple of extra questions, nothing too crazy in regards to the investigation, mostly just what you were doing that night, and what the let's see. Yeah, just what you were doing that night, and essentially if you've heard anything in the days following from her about her, whatever.
I go to like all the normal spots that we hang out, like even when she's not at school or at work, and she's like me, that's pretty much all we do is school or work or studying. But I even went to like the hideout we had as kids in the woods, and I haven't seen sign of her there, or like her favorite studying bench or carousel at the library, and she hasn't been there either. I've just, yeah, no one's seen her.
Okay. Well, that's all. I'm sorry for the disturbance.
No, not at all. If anything, to find Janet, like if there's any other questions I can answer, like I have no problem talking to the police, or like, so if you have any follow-up questions, please let me know. I just want her found.
No, it's okay. I think I got all the information that I needed. Thank you. I'll just go ahead and let you guys have a great time finishing up Gherkin's bath. I gotta get changed anyway. Bye. All right. And with that, you finish up the bath, move on, get through the rest of the day at school. Yes.
Before, I was just going to add this detail as Gherkin's finishing up her bath. Okay, Gherkin, it's time for your pickle spray. And why she's called Gherkin is she has a pickle smelling shampoo and spritz that she puts on it. So this dog just smells like pickles.
Isaac hates this dog.
Isaac could always tell when Janet was hanging out with Audrey because she'd come home smelling like pickles.
Oh my God.
Oh. Awful.
Speaking of, we're kind of like fast forwarding a little bit. So, but before we do that, Arthur, did you have anybody else you wanted to question in the diner?
Not necessarily in the diner. I was pretty much going to come and have the same exact interview with Audrey that you just had, but I don't know if I should have it now because.
Whoop.
Well, I'd love to see how you get past Patricia.
But I could also interview Clyde.
More than one Patricia.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, never mind.
No, you're good. I'm sorry. You wanted to interview who? Clyde?
Clyde.
Yeah.
Now, would I know that Clyde is the owner of the mine because I was told by the principal that that I should talk to the owner of the mine, but would I know for a fact that Clyde? I think I forgot. that we established if how we would know each other if we would know each other, Clyde.
Anonymous sources.
But I do know who you are.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, yep, I'll go and is Clyde still in the restaurant or did Clyde leave?
I think I'm
He's
like
having
walking just out the door.
Yeah, with his pie and coffee.
All right. I'm going to chase him out.
Okay.
Okay. I chase him. I'm like, wait, Clyde. Sorry to bother you, but you've been named as a person of interest that I should possibly talk to for this story.
And I look at Patricia, and I look at Arthur, and I look at Patricia again. Oh God, there's no cars here. Tell you what, we could talk. Just keep to the side streets.
All right, fine. And then I follow you to the alley or wherever it is.
Just to the office. It's just like not going on any main drags.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's not too far. They walked there.
So we're walking, and I'll just be like, so you were technically the young girl's boss.
Yes.
Yes, Miss McCarmichael, was it?
That's her mother, yes.
Yes, well, I'm talking about Janet specifically. She was a very loud voice, apparently, and protesting the mine that you run.
Her friend's dad died there years ago.
I see. So it's a valid form of protest then. But you understand that, even though we have a relationship, that I do have to treat this fairly. And, it is a person that you would potentially have reason to not want around is disappeared. I'm not accusing you of anything, but do you know anything about the girl's disappearance?
No, she left work around 6:30. She nearly forgot her coat again, and I made sure that she got her coat, and she walked out the door, walked down the street, turned a corner, and I haven't seen her since.
About how far does she live from the mine?
Not too far. Her mother walked to my office.
Right. So a mile, 3 blocks, about could you give me a
3 or 4 blocks, maybe.
3 or 4 blocks, maybe. So what sort of locations are between the mine and her home?
I don't get out very much anymore. There's been a lot that's sprung in the past couple of years. I mostly keep to the mine and to my house since I lost a mayor bid a couple of years back.
Sure. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with not necessarily paying attention to your surroundings. But it's just, it's peculiar that, do you know of any enemies this girl may have had that, did she say anything about possibly being wary of her walk home?
No, nothing.
So everything was just business as usual.
Business as usual.
This is a dilly of a pickle that you are in this town.
And I look at Patricia and I whisper to her, do we tell him? Off the record?
I mean, I feel like if we tell him, it's going to get out.
I can operate off the record, but as long as you understand that if there is something significant, I may have to report it.
It's something that I don't. It's not insignificant to me, but in the grand scheme of things, it's small to everybody else.
Oh, just
go
tell him.
ahead.
She's mine. She's my kid.
So, Mrs. McCarmichael and you.
Mm-hmm.
I see. So, I've been touting her as the mayor's daughter, but that may
Technically
not.
speaking,
I see.
Legally, she is.
Well, I see no reason to bring this to the forefront as of right now. Now, if it becomes a significant part of this case and this story, then I have no choice, and I hope you understand that.
Understood.
Well, that makes things a little bit interesting. Is there any reason for anybody else to have known this?
No.
I don't believe so. I mean, it's a small town. People probably had their suspicions. But...
Right. Well, just trying to do my job. So, investigating is part of what I do. So I'm just trying to make sure I have all the facts. You understand?
Yes.
So there's no reason to have any suspicion at all that any specific person that you may not want to have known would have known.
There's no possible way.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, then, go ahead.
Yes.
No, go. I was just gonna say that for whatever it's worth, but I don't want to interrupt what's happening here. Owl never stopped watching them, and Owl has very good hearing. So I don't know if I need to roll about this, but my intention is that Owl has been watching at a distance and has heard and seen everything.
Yes. I would like you to roll for this.
Cool. I'm skilled at pattern recognition. I'm also intuitive and prepared. Don't know if any of that works for this in terms of helping. And I mean, I'd argue brains for this.
I would agree.
Works for you. Okay. Cool. All righty.
I think
I get a +1 on my brains, and brains is my D20. What do you think about any of those skills I mentioned before? Do you think any of those have an impact here?
I don't think intuitive would necessarily lean into it, but the other two, I would say you could probably add another +1 for each of those.
Beautiful. Great. So that is 14, 15, 16, 17.
Great.
It's 14 plus 3.
All right. Is there anything in specific you're trying to glean from the conversation at all, or are you just trying to see how much of the conversation you've been getting?
I just want to get a sense of how much I've been getting. They haven't shared any information that Owl doesn't already know. So it's really about Owl figuring out how much they're sharing between each other.
Got you. I think with that high of a roll, you probably have been able to hear the whole thing.
Would I have been able to hear the whole thing at enough of a distance that they don't know that I've been able to hear the whole thing?
I think that there's probably contested roles with that, to be honest. Cool. So if you feel like Clyde or Arthur would kind of have their head on a swivel in this situation, which I would think Clyde would, you can go ahead and roll for a type of just basically awareness.
Okay. I look at my sheet.
Is there a specific skill that you would like to argue for that?
I'd argue for grit, probably.
Okay. Could I hear that argument a little bit? Why?
Just because I've been in like similar situations where it's like I've been there. People have tried to get dirt on me before by listening to my conversations. I've learned how to keep my head on a swivel, and I know how to play these people.
All right. Okay. It's a very high pressure situation, and it's something involving something that you are very sensitive about. So I could say you could definitely use grit.
Okay, cool. Would I also be able to use prepared because I have been in this situation before?
Yes, because you're kind of experienced in hiding this.
That is a 4.
Okay.
That's a 4. I got a 3.
All right. So.
I see nothing.
Yep.
I'm sorry, just to be clear, we all start with 3 adversity tokens, right?
Yes.
Cool.
So you do have 3 points to add to that if you would like, but it still won't. It won't beat out owls.
No.
So, yeah, you don't notice it at all. But you basically are undetectable and hear the entire conversation.
Okay, so I watched, and I'm sorry, Arthur, did you want to contest this also, or before
You know
I
what?
say what
Yeah.
I do next?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and contest it.
Yeah.
So would I use brains for that, you think?
Yeah. I mean, that would make sense, I think.
Okay.
I think you could argue that.
Okay. Sorry, I don't have any dice on me, so let me go ahead and roll that. So I roll the d20, and do I add anything specifically to that?
Well, is your dice for brains a d20?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you think that any of your skills could be added to that, like it would be another +1, or if you want to add an adversity token after the fact, you can. If you feel like your roll isn't high enough. Which
I'm sorry, I'm just
the DC for this, by the way, is gonna be what Al rolled. So that was a 16, right?
17.
17
multiple.
Well, I rolled an 18 actually.
Well, there you go.
Hey,
Arthur, you actually do notice Owl. Do you say anything?
I'm going to kind of just peer at him without actually saying anything. So he knows that I know that he's watching without actually being like, "Hey, you there." Like
while you peer at him, you see him at a distance take out a piece of dried salmon, throw it up in the air, and go.
And I want to say to Clyde, that man just gave that salmon the Gawk Gawk 3000.
And as you look over, presumably at that man with the Gawk Gawk 3000, I wave and I say, Clyde, Patricia, you decided to tell the newsman about your deepest secret. That was wise.
How was that wise? Why were you watching us?
Well, I believe that Clyde has been uncomfortable with the fact that I have known for some time that Janet is actually biologically his daughter, and believes that it leaking might change the power dynamic between us so that it no longer is something that he has to keep private. Is that correct, Clyde?
I don't want Isaac to fucking kill me.
I don't think that Isaac should kill you. Why would Isaac kill the father of his daughter? Would that not hurt Janet to know that her father killed her father?
She doesn't know!
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, we
I
can't
know.
necessarily ask her right now.
I am sorry, Patricia. I do hope we find her soon. She is a good kid. She is the future of this place, as are Audrey and all of their friends.
Elma.
Arthur's just writing.
I prefer Owl.
Owl. What the fuck are you?
I am a citizen of Mayweather Springs, named after your family, wanting to make sure that progress does not run over the good people of this town as we decide what we want our brighter tomorrow to be in the wake of VE Day.
Okay. Who are you?
You know me. I have worked for you. I no longer work for you. because you kill most of the people who work for you, and I would prefer not to die.
We need to fucking find my kid.
I agree. I am concerned that whatever is causing so many people to die in your minds might have something to do with the disappearance of your daughter.
And with that, we're going to jump over to Isaac. So, Isaac, you are currently in your office, and it is now time for the pickle cutting ceremony, or the pickle ribbon cutting ceremony. The people of town are starting to gather. School is out. As you are as the rest of you are in a back alley. And
I was about to say, like, before I leave the office, that pickle jar on my desk, I like hawk a loogie into it, screw it back, and then I go out to my receptionist, go, do me a favor and mail that to Clyde Mayweather for me, please. Thank you. Just come up with a nice flowery thing as a thank you gift, and I like out to the the ribbon cutting ceremony.
Great. Your receptionist says nothing and just nods. As you are heading out, there's a bit of kind of like a mud room to your office, so it kind of cuts off the section to where the receptionist and the office would be, and then your personal office on the other side of that. In this mud room, you'll see a large pair of scissors there waiting for you that has a bow wrapped around it that specifically says, "For Mr. Carmichael, may these cut true." And it's very large with a signia of a pickle on the part that joins the two scissored pieces.
The Great Gherkin, they call this time. God, Jesus.
As you pick it up, you'll also see there is something written on the back of this little letter, or the thing that is addressed to you. And on the back, it looks like your daughter's handwriting. And it says, "I'm really excited for today. I'm glad we're going to get some pictures together."
I fold that one up, put it in my pocket, and close to a breakdown. Actually, if you want to make me, just because I would like to roll some stuff too. Is there like a composure?
You can make that a grit check. I think that would work as a grit check.
Grit check, gotcha. Where did my character sheet go? It was up. There it is. Oh, load up. There we go. Okay, so for grit, I have I'm a D20 when it comes to grit. Awesome.
Look at you. All right.
I rolled a 2.
Well, that's not. I was gonna make the DC a 12, but what does it look like when Isaac breaks down?
It is. I think it is just like tears again at like reading the note. But like he's trying so hard. It is like that, like it's the ugly crying, but also like trying to like, I'm okay, and like a room like by himself, like trying to like hype himself up because he's also like go and like do this event. But I also feel like there's a lot of cigarette smoking as well.
As that's happening, you're breaking down and the tears are starting to drop a little bit on this letter. You'll notice that on the corner, there's the ink seems to be, it looks like she wrote with a fountain pen, but the ink on the corner, it seems to stain the corner of this piece of, what's it called? The thicker paper, thicker
cardstock.
Yes, cardstock. A cardstock, and it seems to be like a different viscosity than what a pen ink would be, as if it was unfiltered oil.
Can I try to can I do a brains check on that? See if I can like recognize that. Hold on, that's good. And I gotta,
we'll make that DC 8.
Gotcha. I got a D12 in brains. And just to be clear, this was the dice that Anna gifted me. That got a 2, so I blame
So we
you,
can
Anna,
blame
for
her.
that. Yeah. Anna gifted me that dice, so I blame her for that. That's a 10. So we're doing good.
Mm-hmm. So what exactly are you trying to discern?
Have I seen this thing somewhere before? Like, is it like somewhere I can place where this has been?
So basically what it looks like and feels like, separate from what a filtered pen ink would be, it seems like it's unfiltered ink. Not ink even, just oil in general. It seems to be a little bit thicker, shinier, has that sort of iridescentness to it, and a bit more granular in its texture. Almost like what we would see in the sky once a year, but in the physical form.
Strange. And we're the shimmering. We're like, how far out from that are we? Or did it just pass, or is it coming up?
The shimmering happens in the summer, so you're actually a couple months out from when it would have happened.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. This is interesting. Do I have? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Like, would Isaac just like blow off the entire ribbon cutting ceremony? Can I think of like anywhere in town that like this might be?
So, you remember, if you would like to roll me brains, something that could be related to this. This would
Okay,
be like a scaled check in regards to what exactly you remember, how much you remember.
Let me see. I want to look at my strengths real quick because I really want to get this one. I'm going, because I have 3 adversity tokens.
As a brains check.
I'm going to use 2 to use prepared. So, and I want to say that I have like official city records on my like at my disposal to look at as well, to like see if I can like see where this comes from. So how would that work? Does that like add to the roll, or?
Yeah, it will basically add it'll add to the roll essentially. It will lower the DC. Yeah.
Yeah, because it just says like prepared, like I just have a commonplace
to
item.
be prepared, it basically halves the DC.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, but that's gonna be 2 of my adversity tokens. And we get adversity tokens every time we fail, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, so keep track of that.
So you guys better be keeping track of that.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I failed. So that breakdown gave me 1 adversity token, so I was at 4. Now I'm at 2.
Oh my gosh, she just gave us a huge clue. She said beekeeping. It's the town apiarist did it.
Oh no. Okay, not a great brains check. This is gonna be a 3.
Okay.
What was the DC again?
Well, they was scaled, so this is more about like how much information you could glean. But so basically, you're getting more than you would have based on that 3 is how I'm gonna roll that. So
I will spend those 2 adversity tokens to get up to 5. If you're nice with, if you think a 5 is gonna be a bit better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bump it up to 5 then. Okay. I'm out of 18.
You'll get a good amount with 5. So as you recall, when you first became mayor, you realized after absorbing these old documents and city hall things and essentially seeing how the Mayweathers previously managed expenses for the town, for the mines, everything was very integrated into each other. They were doing some shady dealings with the profits from the mines and essentially using it to funnel also a business in regards to land ownership. They were secretly selling. This isn't current. This was more the parents of Clyde, the grandparents and parents of Clyde. They were secretly selling land to oil companies, essentially, to eventually be used for mining and drilling. And that did happen at some point a couple decades ago. Where there was some ground breakthrough that had to be abandoned because of some extra fatalities that happened in the mines at the time. uh, when the drilling did start. So you would know that in the eastern part of town, this is the side where mostly the salmon high school is, there is a not a mining operation, but an oil drilling operation that was small in scale, mostly just to test the land to see if there was strong enough deposits in there with the mining, seeing if the mining cracks something that this oil could possibly be from.
Why was she? And I think Isaac's first thing is like, why was she writing this note out there? What brought her out there or wherever this oil is in the first place? I think that's where Isaac's thoughts is. And the ribbon cutting ceremonies is about to happen like now.
You would imagine looking at the clock. We'll say there's a clock in this mudroom. It's going to be in about 15 minutes.
Isaac looks at the scissors and he looks at the one picture I think he has on like like around of like just Janet, and he looks at, well, I feel like he's looking at the scissors and the note, and then he comes to a decision and he goes out to Dolores's silent receptionist, goes, "Dolores, you're cutting the ribbon today. Thank you." And 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 is going to head to this. Yeah, exactly. Face I expected from her. And he's going to like incognito, like, you know, like heavy coat and like cap, head out to the like that oil place.
Okay.
Also, Dolores, you don't know. No one can reach me. I'm busy throughout the entire day. So, any calls? No.
What
Thank
are
you. You're wonderful. Bye. And I like rush out.
What the hell? And with that, we're gonna go to break.
Oh no!
More animal mischief to come. In that, we're gonna take about a 10-minute break just so people can relax for a little bit, and then we'll get back to the story. Thank you guys. See you soon.
Bye.
And we're back. Hello, everybody, to Shenanigans. Dolores is now at the ribbon cutting ceremony. Isaac is off fuck knows where. Audrey's at where? Does Audrey go to the ribbon cutting ceremony?
This is after school, right?
It's after school. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Audrey. Her mom gave her the shift off. Normally she would be helping out at the pet store after school, but she's like, take some time for yourself. So Audrey went home, picked up Gherkin and his walking Gherkin over to the pickle cutting ceremony.
Fantastic. And your mom is handling stuff at the shelter all by herself? No problem. Arthur, Clyde, and Patricia and Owl, as people are kind of gathering for this ribbon cutting ceremony, you've been having this conversation and going back and forth. You kind of hear the footsteps of people gathering. You're kind of in a back alleyway, but it's starting to get a little bit precarious about having this conversation that you're currently having without other people being able to hear you or think, "Whoa, I think I hear people over there. What's going on?" Because the town's starting to gather. What do you do?
I want to just casually break and start to head towards the ribbon cutting ceremony.
All right, you are covering that, yes.
I will turn to Clyde and say, do you think that Arthur is moving quickly now to report on what he just learned?
No.
I think he's going to the ribbon cutting ceremony.
And he's going to announce it at the ribbon cutting ceremony.
No.
I am, actually.
What?
No. No.
Are you going to go to the ribbon cutting ceremony, Owl?
That is a very kind invitation. I was unsure if I would go, but I like you, Patricia. I will go with you.
All right. Clyde,
would you like
us?
to come with us? I reach into my jacket pocket. I want it to be clear, by the way, that Owl is wearing a full suit. Just reach into my jacket pocket and pull out another gherkin, and I say, "Gherkin?"
Do you just have those in your pocket?
It seems to be my patriotic duty.
Okay. I need to ask, are they dry in your pocket or do you have a jar?
I have a jar in this pocket that is quite small and keeps the liquid from touching the cloth of my jacket. In the other pockets where I also have pickles, I fit jars where I can. Where I can't, I have them wrapped in something that I believe they're working on that I heard is called plastique. Is that right? Plastique?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you know, have you heard of plastique?
Plastic.
I hear that it's going to be very big. Plastique.
Yes, they've been working on it.
Tupperware. Tupperware.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is. Is that a form of plastique?
Yes. And I don't believe that's how they pronounce it. I believe it's pronounced plastic.
Plastic. Plastic. Plastic. Thank you, Patricia. You're quite kind. I don't know what you see in Clyde.
Oh, God. Just to clarify, you're not coming on to me right now, are you? Because it's really hard to tell. Okay, because I can't handle anymore.
I would not do that. I don't believe that it is welcome, and I am not interested. But thank you for checking.
Of course. Let's go to the pickle thing.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And I think Clyde is like thinking about like what is the consequence of her disappearing and him being her dad?
I mean, it's one of those things where she never got to know you as her father. If she doesn't come back.
Not only that.
Yeah.
Not only that. Clyde knows that there's been some weird shit that's happened in the valley in Mayweather Springs. At least whispers of it. What if there's something worse and he's responsible?
Who knows? For now, Patricia takes your arm and you guys go to the pickle ribbon cutting ceremony where you see Dolores instead of Isaac. And she breathes a sigh of relief, but also confusion. And Dolores is standing up there, unprepared for the amount of eyes that are on her, as she goes up and shouts, "Hi, I am here to do this instead of in the steed in place of Mr. McCarmichael. He got very busy. He went for a hike, I think." So I'm here to cut to cut the.
She's not helping his case in getting reelected.
So he gave me the honor of opening the pickle cutting ceremony. I've also have heard that Cindy is allergic to pickles, and everybody should know about that from somebody. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. And she goes to start to cut the ribbon, and it's about halfway cut before you guys hear rumbling. And it's a little strange. Kind of it's not a regular sound that you guys hear. It almost sounds like a rock slide of some kind. No. It almost sounds like maybe a horse. No. Something hard hitting and then everybody turns and notices that where the sound is coming from, there is a horde, would probably be the best way to describe it, of stags running your way, antlers quite large, and just going through the middle of town in a stampede. And if you don't move out of the way, you will probably be trampled.
I'm shouting scatter.
Yeah, not Janet. Audrey's picking up Gherkin and like running out of the way.
Gherkin just go whoo, and then you start going. What about Arthur, Owl?
Owl walks calmly, watching the crowd.
Hearing Clyde yell out scatter, you'll see a huge amount of people just kind of like running every which way. It's very unorganized. It seems some people are getting hurt, getting tripped over, things like that. The deer start running through, and they actually avoid all you guys as they run through, dodging the people and just going through town. They're moving from west to east in that direction. How you guys doing? What are you thinking?
I'm gonna walk east,
Mm-hmm.
the direction that they're going.
Mm-hmm.
Arthur wants to kind of look from the direction they came from to see if he can see anything, like anything that would cause them, like spook them or whatever, to run all this way at once.
Yeah, you could roll me something. What do you want to argue for a specific skill?
No, probably just brains.
Yeah, brains would make sense.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll.
Well, this will be like a scaled check just to see how much you can get from it.
It's a 19.
Oh, so okay, so you can get a good amount. So you'll notice that the deer didn't seem to look like they were scared at all when they were running towards you. They didn't seem spooked. If anything, it was kind of hard to discern any type of expression or emotion from them. They just seemed to be going in a direction. But the direction that they were coming from, it seemed like they were staying on the roads that seem to come from the woods. There's a fork that goes out into the woods that kind of stems off of the funeral home entranceway. So it's almost like a trail, but not fully. It's like a foot trail that they seem to have come from. It's towards the direction of the mining site over on the west side, but it seems like they mostly stemmed from where it was a tree-lined area.
Okay. So nothing particularly suspicious that I can spot?
So you're not necessarily from around here, so you don't quite know where everything is placed and things like that. But from what you see, they don't really have any reason to have been scared. They seem to just be moving.
That's peculiar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna kind of just sort of take stock, and I want to also kind of peer down where they went to see if maybe they were chasing after something as opposed to like running from something.
Mm-hmm. So it does seem that when you're looking over to see where they're going, they don't stop. They don't seem to have any want to stop, and fairly determined to get to the other side of town. There is a strip essentially that you're at, which is the main area where this pickle ribbon cutting ceremony was happening. It's kind of the business district, where the east side is the mining site. Sorry, the west side is the mining site, and the east side just goes straight into the east mining entrance. It seems like they're filing their way towards that entrance right now.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Arthur's going to kind of take note.
And then, of course, you see Al walking in that direction.
So I'm going to avoid going there then.
You'll also notice that as Owl is walking, that a couple of stag actually start matching his pace.
Interesting. All right. And do I know of any other any other disappearances in this area?
Since you rolled so high, I would say you overheard a little bit about Mr. Jenkins not being at the diner.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Well, clearly their spirits are inhabiting the deer.
Do you say this out loud?
No, I just that was me talking just in the voice.
Okay. And what do you do with this information that you find out?
I just write it down. I take note.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anybody who I think needs to know this right now.
Okay, gotcha. Clyde, what are you doing?
What I know about the mining site that my parents and my grandparents were doing.
The drilling?
Yes.
Yeah, you would have at least seen that paperwork when you moved everything over to McCarmichael.
Would I know where it's located?
Yes. There are plans for it. There's site maps and things.
I think I try to grab Arthur and I yell for Owl.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Owl hear. Does Owl hear? Do I need to check for that? Would Owl hear that for sure?
I think if Clyde is specifically calling out for Owl, you would hear it.
Owl's head turns around without their full body turning around as much as is possible in a human body, and just looks over his own shoulder back at you and says, "Clyde, are you coming?"
I'm going that direction.
Okay. Continues to go in the same direction that he was going in before.
Is that direction also east, which is where the deer are going? This is also where the the drilling site is.
I'm going to do the drilling site, yeah.
Okay. So
then Owl was already going that way.
yes. So both of those are east. The deer aren't necessarily going directly to the drilling site, but they're both heading to the same cardinal direction.
Sure.
And then you also yelled out for Arthur, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes.
Is Louie frozen or?
I see his eyes moving.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Wait, no, you look.
Oh,
I
he's
can't
talking.
hear you.
He's muted.
1 second. Okay. A little bit of audio technical difficulties. That's fine. We're gonna jump to Audrey. Audrey, you're also there. What are you doing?
I think that Gherkin was very excited to see the flock of deer. So now that the danger is not running directly towards us, I think Gherkin is probably very interested in following the deer. And normally Audrey would discourage Gherkin from that course of action. However, seeing that Owl is there, who is someone that she looks up to, she's probably going to go try to catch up with Owl to see what's going on, which works out in Gherkin's favor because that means that that she gets to follow the deer.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you approach Owl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Audrey, it is good to see you here. You are the future. Gherkin, it is good to see you here. How are you doing, friend?
Woof.
Audrey?
Do you know why the deer are here?
Only the deer can know why the deer are here.
I suppose that's true.
Like to come with me and the deer.
Sure, I have nothing else to do. Can Gherkin come?
Of course. Gherkin is an honored friend.
Woof. I'm sorry, I can't make dog noises. Fantastic. You're so good at that. Okay, yes. Gherkin will respond in a way that says that she's very excited to join. And yes, she is not allergic to pickles.
Owl is going to pull out a gherkin from one pocket, and from a different pocket where he keeps his dried salmon, and offer both to Gherkin to see which Gherkin wants, or if Gherkin wants both.
Okay, Kay. Which one would Gherkin prefer?
Dogs would always go for the meat first. There are exceptions, but most of them Gherkin would probably go for the salmon.
Okay.
Hands the salmon to Gherkin, looks over at Audrey. Gherkin, Audrey?
I'd love one. Thank you. She
There you
takes
go.
a big chomp out of the gherkin.
Pulls out a second gherkin to be able to also offer it to Gherkin, in case Gherkin also wants a pickle after the meat.
Gherkin will also eat a pickle because salmons and pickles are delicious.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And they go well together. Such is the way in Mayweather Springs.
Yay! And there are deer still matching your pace. If you stopped moving, the deer also stopped moving.
Copy. I think just to be able to hand this over, I would have stopped moving. But then as soon as the consumption is done, we would recommence walking.
Fantastic.
I think I'm following Owl at this point.
And back to Louie. What were you trying to do before?
Run the whole situation by me again. I had some audio issues. Run it by me again.
Clyde did call out for you.
Oh, Clyde. Okay, then I am going to Clyde.
Mm-hmm. I'm following Owl.
Well, okay, then I'm trailing behind.
Giving a healthy distance. And
Wow.
you as you guys are walking away, you do hear the sound of Dolores being like, "Why is this happening to me?" And you continue on. Moving on, actually, we're going to go to Isaac. Isaac, on your happy trail and walk, were you just going to the drill site?
Yeah, I was making like a beeline. It's like straight for it.
Fantastic. You do get there before everybody else. On your way there, you can see from where you're at the stampede of stags that are heading up the trail towards the mine entrance because it is on the way. The drilling site is a little bit north of the walkway that goes towards the mine entrance. So the stags would be passing you as you head off into the tree line to get to the drilling site.
This is looking like, wow, that could have been a catastrophe. But as long as it didn't hit the ribbon cutting ceremony, everything's fine.
Yes. As you go off to the drilling site, you see the old dilapidated machinery, the piping mechanisms, all the metal and things like that. It obviously did not break through much ground before a giant crack formed right there in the rock that it was trying to drill into. There is a good amount of residual, what looks like what could have been oil that seeped through years ago that has since dried up from the heat and such, but has still stained the stone in the area that is shrouded by large trees.
Okay. So my main thing is I'm trying to figure out, like, why would Janet come here? She wrote that note for me here because like the oil splashed from there. So I'm trying to figure out, like, why would she come here? Is there anything I can like glean from like the past, or like maybe like the day? Like, do I have an idea of like when she would have wrote this note for me?
Well, you can definitely roll me something. You can make an
Cool.
argument for a different skill other than brains, but I think it would be brains.
Yeah, probably. Let me see if my thing loads up. Definitely not charm. Yeah, it's gonna be brains. That is a 2, so I'll take that adversity token.
Fantastic. So you can't really think of any reason why she would come here at all. As you're looking around, you're kind of trying to figure out why anybody would even know of this place. It's so off the beaten path. And as you're going through the trees and things like that, give me 1 second here as I pull something up. I do want you to roll me something. Go ahead and roll me a grit roll.
Grit. All right, that's my D20.
Mm-hmm.
Anna, please don't screw me again. Hey, I got 19.
Okay, gorgeous. Basically, this crit roll is to see how well you kind of handle yourself when you witness this. So you'll notice that in the tree line, you'll see a body, older gentleman. When you approach it a little bit closer, you'll see that it is actually Mr. Jenkins. Because you rolled so high, I'll also give you what looks to be his cause of death, which just seems to be a simple heart attack. But he's there right on the tree line of that drilling site with a little bit of a trickle of something black coming out of his nose.
So what? He's like slumped up against something, or is he like laying on the ground?
He's on the ground.
I like run up and I'm like I guess at first it was Miss Jenk, and then like see he's dead, and I guess I'm man, what do I do? I guess just look around for just like anything. Actually, I'm gonna spend the adversity token to use intuitive, and I get to ask the GM about my surroundings, an NPC or the like. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to do that and spend the adversity token. And I think I'm going to ask you, is there any prominent object, any item that is just like, that shouldn't be here? Like, that's not right.
Yeah. Mr. Jenkins actually seems to be holding two things in his hands.
Okay.
One hand is filled with cat claws, which is pretty normal for him because he would just hand them out for good luck and such around town. This was a thing that he regularly did about once a week. And so that's not too out of the ordinary. But in the other hand, you see something that is made from, it looks like the handle is made out of a deer antler. And the other part of it seems to be a sort of a knife. It's not, it's almost like in the shape of a karambit, what the blade is. And the color is obsidian, as it is carved from obsidian stone.
Everything. So my brain is telling me I shouldn't do it, so I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna pick up this strange knife. Of course, I think to myself, this is almost as creepy as the time I went to that flower shop run by those creepy orphans. That is what we rolled, right? It was a flower shop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
they have a flower shop at the farmer's market.
Oh God. But I pick it up and I just see. I just pick up this strange deer antler knife.
When you do, there is a sort of like humming that comes into your ears, and it almost sounds like it's as if the drilling machinery has become operational again with how loud it is. It's just kind of like in your bones, almost this reverberating that is coming as you pick up this blade, and it's almost drawing you to leave the site and go towards the mine's entrance.
I just think like this is.
And before you can really formulate your thought on that, Clyde, you're heading towards the drill site, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you just go straight? Are you trying to take Arthur and Al with you, and Aubrey and all of them?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how do you do that? Tell them.
I tell all of them that there's the mine entrance. There's a drill site up there. It's up there. I don't know why, but God, I hope it's not what I think it is.
And I'm there too, right?
Yeah, you guys are all together.
I'm gonna go, okay, so what do you think it is?
Sins of the father.
Your sins as Janet's father.
Audrey, you're there.
My family's done some. Yes, my family's done terrible things in this town, Arthur. Some things I don't even know. I keep walking as I'm telling them this. Is just their sins is sometimes they're passed down and not in water but in blood. Is sometimes they're passed down in land, in oil. Sometimes they're passed down in the money that changes them.
Why don't you just get rid of the money?
What do you think I've been trying to do? What do you think
Give
I've been
the
trying
land back.
to do?
Close the mine.
What do you think I've been trying to do?
Clyde, I underestimated you. You might be a damn fine cup of coffee.
I believe Al means that as a compliment.
Okay. We need to find my fucking daughter. And I think that's when I step foot on the mining site.
You mean the drilling site?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you would find Isaac holding this knife above the body of Mr. Jenkins.
Mr.
Hello.
Carmichael?
Young Miss Pines. Hello.
Why would you kill Mr. Jenkins, Isaac? Mr.
Al,
Jenkins is
Al,
not Janet's real
Al,
father. Clyde
Al.
is Janet's real father.
How? This is Audrey getting closer to hell. Ow, it's generally not advised to tell people things that will make them angry when they're holding weapons.
Okay.
I am sorry, Audrey. I will stand between you and Isaac so that if Isaac decides to kill someone other than Mr. Jenkins, he can try to kill me first.
Fuck me, I guess.
You couldn't take it, huh? Your family loses the city, and you just have to have you have to poison something somehow. Well, guess what? I raised her. She's mine. I'm going to find her. Fuck you, Clyde. Fuck you.
Mr. McCarmichael, did Mr. Jenkins have anything to do with Janet?
I don't know. He was dead when I found him, and he was holding this, and I'm feeling a pull to there. Something tells me that my little girl is down there somewhere. And I am going to go and I'm going to go and bring her home. The home that I provided, Clyde. Also, Mayor McCarmichael, nice to meet you, sir. And I offer my hand to Arthur.
Yes, hello. Arthur Kincaid. Pleasure. I writing this all down. So
He's a reporter, an investigative journalist.
Yes, Arthur decides who it is important to report on and who it is not important to report on, based on what he understands are the, what did you call it, Arthur? Whims of the hoi polloi?
I'm glad you remembered that term, but the more or less the interest to the greater public.
Do you believe that the mayor of our town killing Mr. Jenkins would be of interest to the greater public?
Oh, absolutely.
Al, I did not kill Mr. Jenkins. Mr.
I look at
Jenkins
Mr.
clearly
Jenkins
died.
and he has no stab wounds. Nah.
When you're there, you'll notice that a stag has been following this group of people, including Al specifically, kind of closest to Al in regards. While you're holding this obsidian deer antler, you hear something in your mind that kind of goes, he's like, oh no, he didn't die from stab wounds.
Doesn't appear to be
all of us hear that?
No, just you.
Just me. Oh. Who said that?
I did.
Who
is I?
Me.
And the only other thing here is the stag, right?
Yes.
I walk towards the stag, pushing Clyde out of the way. And is it you I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Maybe this is it. Maybe I've finally broken. Maybe I'm stabbed. Maybe this is just me just finally going off the deep end.
No, you're just holding that thing.
What this?
Yeah.
Apparently I can talk to stags now, guys.
I mean, I saw Owl turn his head almost all the way around. I'm not putting it past you.
mean, Al always does that, though.
A person
do.
can't do that.
I am a
But Al-
person, Clyde.
Al's always done that.
You are very observant, Audrey. That is why you are the future. Isaac, have you always spoken with stags?
No, I haven't, Al.
Have you ever attempted before?
We need to go.
We're not going anywhere until I get answers. Mr. Stag, have you ever talked to another human before?
That guy, and he just looks at the dead Mr. Jenkins on the ground.
What did you talk to him for?
Well, he was asking me a bunch of questions. Mostly, he was asking me how I did my laundry, which I don't understand because I don't have clothes.
Why was he asking you? Okay, did you ever talk to a young girl?
No.
Damn it. All right. Why are you following these people, actually?
I was told to follow this guy.
By who?
I don't think I'm allowed to say.
What the Al. No, not Al. Who do I trust? Oh God. I'm trying to think who else I would trust to give this knife to. And I'm like my best bet at this point, who I'm not like the child or the stranger.
Above table, probably the child, right?
Probably the child.
Audrey, as the only person I know and don't want to strangle or get weirded out by, can you please come here?
Okay. You're not
And
you're not angry with me, right? She says as she's like looking at the knife in your hands as you're asking her to come closer to you.
No, I'm not angry. And I'm going to like hand you the handle of the knife, like in a way that's like clearly trying to give it to you.
I don't want my hands on something that would be police evidence. So she'll take off her backpack and ask, do you want to just plop it in here?
Okay.
She's like, you're not framing this on me.
I'm not framing anything on you, Audrey. I swear. Okay. Mr. I'm sorry. You said it was Kincaid, right?
Arthur Kincaid, yes.
Oh, wait. I watched you before. What am I saying? Do you mind coming forward and just holding this knife? Because I need someone else to hear what I'm hearing.
Okay. Sure. And I'm going to go out and I'm going to reach out and I'm going to...
You just hear Audrey say under her breath, framing it on the outsider. Smart.
Audrey, no one's... Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm hoping it's not you, because when we find Janet, she's going to want her dad.
Which one?
Yeah.
Well,
Arthur, just take the knife and talk to the staff.
All right, I'm gonna take the knife.
I guess I can talk to you now.
Now, why this knife? What is it about this knife that allows us to be able to talk to you?
As he starts swinging around, Audrey takes a big step back.
Well, that's the knife with the soul of the stag.
Soul of the stag.
Yeah.
And what exactly is the soul of the stag?
And it's kind of the essence
The essence of what?
of stags.
So, can I speak to any stag or just you?
Any of us, really. And deer,
Uh-huh.
doe.
Uh-huh.
It's not gender
All right.
specific.
Okay, so are there any higher up deer in the herd that I would be able to speak with?
You want the guy with the biggest antlers?
If that's the one that you answer to, then yes.
Yeah, I could show you. He's with
All
the
right.
kids.
The kids.
Mhm.
Which kids?
The kids.
Is one of them named Janet?
No.
Okay.
I don't know who Janet is.
Have you heard this
Can
name
I
before?
still hear?
No.
Can I still hear this while I'm not holding the knife? Oh, okay. That's okay. That's what I thought.
How many kids are there?
More than I have legs.
Okay, so there's more than 4 kids. But she doesn't believe that one of them, or he doesn't believe that one of them is Janet.
Yeah.
And
There's
we're not
like Ricky, and there's Sarah, and I believe one of them is called Michael, and one just goes by Sock.
Ricky, Sarah, Michael, and Sock. Do these names mean anything to anybody here?
There's also Carter, and there's one that I haven't learned the name of yet, but they don't talk.
Okay, does it? And I'm going to say, does anybody recognize any of these names I've just said?
Do we? Or do we need
Yeah,
to roll
do we need
about
to
it?
roll? No.
None of you guys know these names.
All right. Now, who are these? Who are these kids?
What do you mean? They're kids.
Like human children.
Yeah.
Okay, and where did you find them? How did you come upon these kids?
The underground.
Underground at the mine?
Is that what it's called?
Possibly. Clyde, are there any children that have gone missing in your mine by the name of Carter or Sock or?
Why the fuck would there be kids in the mine?
I don't know what kind of safety protocols you're running, so I don't know.
There have been
No,
more
he's
people
pretty
working.
strict. I kept trying to go in, and Janet would try and go in with me sometimes.
I'm sorry.
Well, we were trying to find my dad's bones.
Jesus.
That is reasonable, Audrey. Your dad's bones would be in there. There
Okay.
are many
It was when we were little. Now that we're older and we know better, and the mortality rate has even increased since my dad died, we don't try to go in there anymore. But I was just saying that the security is good.
That's when it hits Isaac. I have got to spend more time at home.
So Arthur's going to say this stag apparently says that there are more than 5 kids, all with a bunch of different sorts of names, and that the head stag is with them. Would you all want to go and investigate that?
Yes.
Are the kids alive?
The kids are alive, right, Stag?
I think so. They're breathing.
First of all, you have a name, don't you?
Well, you haven't asked for it yet, so
Well, that's what I'm asking now.
I don't.
All right. Apparently, this stag doesn't have a name. They don't. I don't know how they communicate, but let's give it one. Your Gherkin. No, that's already your dog's name. So how about Sally?
Okay.
All right.
It's a stag. It's a male. It's a male stag.
Right. I knew that.
What about Pickles?
Fine. We're gonna call you Pickles.
Okay.
Very nonchalant stag we have here.
No concept of a name.
You asked him to count.
Dude.
He doesn't know what counting is.
Can
Okay,
you ask Mr. Pickles how long the kids have been down there? Like, I
How
wonder
lo-
if they're hurt or something. Like they're breathing, but
How-
are they moving around?
How long have these kids been with you, Mr. Pickles?
Yeah, they haven't been with me any amount of time. They just
Well, How long have they been with your group?
So let's see. They showed up one day and then they left. And sometimes they come back at night and hang out with the big antlers.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we need to talk to the big antlers.
Yeah. Are we gonna go?
Everyone, let's go. Apparently, the kids are with the big antlers.
I would say hold on, because when I held that knife, I felt a pull towards the mines. So those stags were running in this direction.
Do I feel the pull?
What?
The stags are running towards the mines. Yes. Yes, you feel the pull.
Now, I feel the pull towards the mines. Do I get a feel that it's a pull towards anything specifically?
No.
Something
just
about
to go deep. That's what she said. Anyway.
Something about this knife. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. You good.
Something about this knife makes me want to go deep into the mine.
Do you think you are ready to go deep and meet big antlers?
I don't see why not.
Wait, is Big Antlers in the mine?
Is Big Antlers underground in the mine with the kids?
Yeah, the big antlers is only ever underground.
Oh, Big Antlers is only ever underground.
How? Ask Pickles. How big?
Can't you also talk to Pickles?
No, I'm like asking Arthur. Like, ask Pickles. How big is Big Antlers?
Well, this was the player wondering above table. Can't
only
Isaac
the person.
Still...
Oh no! Only
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Pickles, we have a couple of questions. I have a leading question on top of what I'm about to ask. So, how big is Big Antlers?
Bigger than me?
How much bigger than you?
2 of me?
2 of you. Now, one question I did want to ask that we didn't clarify. Now, you are a stag, a deer of some sort. Is Big Antlers does Big Antlers look like you, or is he a different looking creature?
Yeah, the Big Antlers looks like a deer.
Okay. No different features or anything.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if what we're dealing with is a common deer stag like yourself.
Describe. He looks like to be about more than one of me. Which I think is what you consider as 2. And he doesn't have what is features?
Well, how much like you does he look?
He looks like a shadow of me.
A shadow of you. I see. So we might not be. This is me addressing everyone else. We might not be dealing with a standard deer here because it's apparently twice as big as Pickles, and also it looks like a shadow of Pickles.
Why would that not be a deer?
That is a spooky ghost.
Will Big Antlers be angry if we go into the mine?
Will Big Antlers be angry if we go into the mine?
I would like to say I can understand what you guys are saying, so you don't have to repeat what they're saying.
Okay, so I'm going to inform everybody that apparently the Pickles can understand you. You just can't understand it unless you have the knife.
Pickles can understand the English language, but can't understand features and numbers.
I live in the woods.
That doesn't answer the question.
Mr. Pickles, will Is Big Antlers expecting us? Will he be upset if we go into the mine?
You can tell the child that Big Antlers would actually be very happy that they're there.
The Big Antlers.
Would Big Antlers would he let us leave if we go in?
I believe people have left before, yes. I mean, the children leave all the time.
Yeah, he believes.
Question.
He believes that people leave all the time. The children actually leave frequently, is what I'm
It
getting.
is not in one person's control whether we leave or not.
That's fair. Mr. Pickles, are there any other beings that have some sort of semblance of power or control in your group besides Big Antlers?
Yeah, there's also Tiny Bunny.
Tiny Bunny?
Bat. Cow. I think that's it.
Okay, there's Tiny Bunny, Bat, and Cow. These are the council, apparently, of woodland creatures.
Would Big Antlers know how to find Janet?
Probably.
All right. You know what? Maybe it's time to stop talking and it's time to start going.
Will Pickles come with us?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Before we go, I would just like to get a little bit of like more assurance, and I think I'm gonna use our like token that we came up with.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In a way. So like essentially what we came up with is that like if I have like if any of us have something like from Janet, like say a note, that some birds would kind of like appear to show us that like we're headed in the right direction.
Oh yeah.
For those that have seen Tales of the Shire, it's like the birds leading you towards your quest.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so then let's see. Let's say in this conversation of you hoping to see Janet in the mines, you pull out the note that is like the last little remnants of her. And when you do that, there is this like canary that pops out of nowhere. And if you guys actually want to describe it for me, since this is your secret token, actually, you're technically taking narrative control here.
Yeah, if someone else wants to describe like what the canary looks like, I activated it.
How they go through. It is the mines that is the correct way.
I think that our resident Evian would perhaps be best suited unless someone else wants to take a stab at it.
I think a canary shows up, and in the minds, if everybody agrees, of everyone there, the canary looms large, so large that it takes up the entire sky and looks down at us, and I look up at it and I go, and it speaks back to me, and I go, and it speaks back to me again, and I turn to you and I say, let's go, and I start walking toward the mine.
Fantastic.
Audrey follows with Gherkin.
I guess that's where we're going. And I head to keep up.
I guess you guys didn't even need me to show you the way to the big antlers, huh?
You did kind of just show up, but thank you.
I was just told to follow this guy.
Who told? Wait, I don't have the knife. My bad.
So you guys continue and you go through. Owl, you kind of got the response of like, that she's essentially deep inside the mines with the children. That was where she was last seen. according to the bird friend that came by and helped you. As you continue down, you don't see the crowd of deer anymore, unfortunately. They seem to have either gone deeper into the mines, you don't know, but they're not at the entrance. Yes, Jelly.
Can I add a narrative thing that I think would be cool?
Yeah.
I think that as we go deeper and deeper, all the old canary cages that should have deceased canaries in them, all the canaries are singing.
Jesus.
Love that. So good.
Mm-hmm.
As we walk through that, I'd like to have Owl sing with the canaries. So when the canary song starts, Owl joins in.
Yes. How's everybody feeling about this?
It's cue the Hunger Games. Like, I can't do the whistle, but like, do,
Oh, it's
do,
great.
do, do. Yeah.
Yeah, it does a little thing, whatever it is, how many fingers on. Yeah.
Arthur, I think you start hearing this deer just kind of talking to you, making casual conversation.
Okay, so the deal, the deer that you are that we've been talking to, Pickles.
Yeah.
Mr. Pickles.
Okay.
He's
great.
he's just making casual conversation. You hear the whistling happening and the singing with Owl and the canaries, and he's just like, they have to do this all the time. I don't know how they're doing it because they're not breathing, but they sing every single time that I go down here. It's quite odd. I don't understand birds.
I want to kind of, while I'm talking, I want to kind of experiment, and I want to grab the blade of the knife by the dull side.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see if I can continue talking to Pickles.
Yeah, as long as you're touching some form of the blade or the handle, you can talk to Pickles.
What sort of material does it look like the blade is, or the knife is made out of?
It seems to be obsidian.
Yeah. Okay. So there's probably not a very good chance of breaking it.
Yes. It's fragile.
Wait, it's fragile, so it could break?
It's very sharp. So it's great for piercing through things and slicing through things, but it's not a very thick blade.
And what about the hilt?
The hilt is made out of a deer antler, so that's actually pretty sturdy.
Okay. Could I potentially, like, are there any rocks or anything around?
You're surrounded by rocks.
Oh yeah,
this
of course.
is a mine.
So I'm going to take the hilt of the blade and then kind of just leave some room at the bottom, like as if I'm holding it like this, but I'm going to leave some room at the bottom for just like the hilt sticking out. And I want to take it and I want to calculated take it up against a rock and kind of see if I can break just a bit of the hilt off.
You just want to break a little bit the antler off?
Uh-huh.
The antler is a lot sturdier. So let's go ahead and have that be a roll.
Yeah.
So let's make that DC. It's pretty strong. We'll make it a 10.
Okay, so what would I roll, grit for this, or?
I wouldn't say grit. I would say brawn.
Oh, brawn. That's right. Sorry, I'm
you're
looking
good.
I'm looking for my sheet. There it is. Oh, I only have a D6 in brawn.
Well, it's still possible for you to pass it if your dice explode, which means if your dice lands on the highest number it could possibly land on, you can roll it again and add that to your total.
Gotcha.
That
is, that's a 6.
There you go. You can roll it again.
Okay, so then roll it again, and that is a 5.
Fantastic. So you pass the DC. So you're able to break off some of that antler at the very bottom.
Okay, so then I'm going to take off that little bit of antler, and I'm going to hand it to Isaac.
Okay. Isaac, do you take it?
Yes, I do take it.
You do start hearing the deer as well.
Oh, I can hear him. Yeah, it's okay. We could do it this way to still talk to Mr. Pickles.
And you just hear Mr. Pickles being like, I don't understand birds, to be honest. Like, they're so strange.
And I'm going to note. I'm going to note. Can you hear him now too?
Yeah, I can.
All right. I'm going to say, who? Give me a moment, Mr. Pickles. I'm going to say, who of you is fairly strong? I'm talking to Al, Audrey, and Clyde, and Isaac.
I mean, I do mixed martial arts every day after school.
I have a D8 in brawn. Just give you.
I have a D12.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
This Audrey's
I have a
stronger than
D6.
Isaac.
Audrey has
This
D20 in fight and D12 in brawn.
All right.
Our tank
Al
is a
has
child.
bird bones.
His bones are hollow.
I'm a teenager mom. I'm 17. I'm practically 18. I'm practically an adult. Is I'm sure a
Audrey,
conversation
you are
she's
very
having
strong.
every day.
I'm going to say, Audrey, would you mind trying to chip a few pieces of this hilt off?
Ooh, I've always wanted to chip something in this mine. And she's gonna ask to Clyde, oh, so is this how Dad would have swung the pickaxe? And she'll just go and take a big thing and whack it on the walls of the mine.
Okay.
And I'm going to go find my D12. And we'll see if it is nice to me.
I'll have it be the same DC.
That is exactly a 10.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I'll do meets it beats it. So you're able to break off another piece. And would you like to roll again to do another one?
Yes, although I don't know if the dice are going to smile on us twice. That is a 3, so no dice.
Okay. And then roll.
I don't know if you're just going to allow me to keep doing this until I have pieces or not.
You can roll one more time.
That's a 6. Okay, so she's got 2 failures.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So with that 3, I'll say that, and the 6, each time the hilt was being hit against the wall or whatever type of rock you were trying to get it off of, it seemed like there was a big clang, and every time it happened it was a little bit louder and louder. And with the failures, it was almost like that hilt was getting stronger as you were trying to break it again, and the hitting almost sounded more like a roar than it did the sound of the hilt hitting the wall.
I'm going to say, okay, we have 3 pieces of we have 3 pieces of knife. I'll take the knife as I was originally holding it. Isaac has 1 piece, and then who wants the 3rd piece to speak with the animals?
I'll take it.
All right.
Okay, you guys can now speak with stags or deer. Are you continuing? And I'm going to assume we're continuing down the hallway as we're doing all this.
I would like to approach Audrey as we make our way through, and I just like to say, young Miss Pines, I am sorry if I came off as disdain for you. I never disliked you. I was just protective of Janet, and I'm sure you can understand that. You choose interesting company, and I just look at Al.
Do you not think that Janet would also be upset if you were the one that had died in the mines? I'm not upset with you. I just wish that you, and I guess you, she turns and looks at Clyde, would spend more time with Janet. I mean, my dad can't really spend time with me, but I don't understand what your excuse is.
Everything I do is for Janet. I am trying to make this town something great that she can grow up in. I'm sorry, the world is not kind outside of Mayweather Springs, especially for certain people. And I am determined to make this place something that's going to last. And Janet, as you is no doubt aware, is a wonderful person that deserves the best. And I am determined to make this town the best for her.
She is.
Shut up, Clyde.
You cannot protect her forever.
Why are you talking to me like we have some kind of even footing here? Why are you speaking to me? Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you realize. So you don't get to speak to me on that.
The sounds of the birds singing seems to get louder and louder. Owl, I don't know if the volume of what you're doing would raise with the sound of the music.
100%. As it crescendos, so do I.
It's almost cathedral-like in the way that it starts echoing throughout the halls of the mines. And I'm waiting for Louie. Okay. As it keeps getting bigger and bigger in its sound, you guys get deeper and deeper and deeper into the mines until eventually, through the caverns, the knife seems to be guiding your way, as well as the trail of these bird cages seem to also be somehow magically, I don't know who placed it this way, why they would place it this way, but they also seem to be leading you to the correct direction. And you eventually get to this opening mouth of the cave that widens into this quite large room. And it's fairly dark in there, but your eyes adjust and you'll see that there is this group of children who you do recognize. You've seen a good few of them before selling flowers actually at the market.
Oh my God.
No.
And circled around holding hands, singing along to the birds cooing. Same song that Owl seems to be singing. And there isn't any other animals there that Pickles mentioned, and Pickles seems to be gone. He somehow got lost in the cacophony of sound. As you continued going, you just lost his hooves and the turns in the darkness. But what you do see, even though it's quite hard to see in the darkness of this mine, the slight outline and silhouette of what is a magically, if unsurmountably large stag across from you on the other side of the circlet of children who haven't even recognized your existence yet. All their eyes are closed as they're singing. And what you'll notice in the center of the circlet is what looks like Janet in clothes that are covered in like this oil slick. As she's staring, she has her back towards you. She's staring at the stag, and her eyes are pitch black with oil staining down her cheeks and her mouth and her nose and her ears, as each orifice seems to be leaking this substance, and the children are singing surrounding her.
Janet?
She can't hear you.
Sprinting forward, I'm going to try to like break through that circle of orphans.
Okay, great. Give me a brawn check.
Oh boy. Unless I get like body checked by a child.
Yeah.
And the DC here is going to be 17.
Yeah, there it is. So I need to explode here. Oh, and I do. Oh, that's a 10.
Nice.
All right. Come on. So I need a 7 or higher on this.
Please.
That's another explode. Oh my God. I get to go again. Oh my. So I get to roll again, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's a 22. Holy shit.
Fantastic.
Daddy's coming. Don't worry.
Explain to me how you explain to me how you trample through these children.
Oh man. I get literally just shove these children out the way and it's just pushing them and then not really mayor and then just rushing to Janet.
Fantastic. So what you guys would witness as Isaac is doing this is that as soon as one of these orphans are touched, they all seem to, in a ripple effect, feel this and look at Isaac. And as soon as he goes to separate them or walk over them, they all kind of screech in a way and try to tackle him. But Isaac just goes through and gets to his daughter. And kind of just throws them off like a bunch of mosquitoes that he's just swatting away.
I've been asked if you could in a fight with 85-year-olds. I've been asked an exact question. Can you fight multiple children trying to kill you?
Before we move on, I'd just like to hear what everybody's thoughts are right now in this moment, starting with Arthur.
He is bewildered and he's just writing it all down.
Fantastic. And Clyde? Do you have any reactions or thoughts at this point?
My life for hers.
Oh, okay. And we'll get to that in a moment. Audrey?
Audrey, I think, is very confused. It's more shock. She's just not really thinking anything. She's just not taking in what she's seeing because it just doesn't make sense. Not Janet, not the kids, not Janet's father's reaction. It's all of these are so out of the ordinary for her.
Okay, and Al.
Audrey, you don't have to be here. Audrey, you are the future, and the future is your choice. You can choose to be here, or you can choose to leave.
If I leave, what happens to Janet?
You are not responsible for what happens to Janet, but if you leave and want Janet to be okay, I will promise you that I will do everything I can for Janet to be okay.
I don't understand.
I know. One day you may.
And I think if it were pretty much anyone else, Audrey would probably leave. But Janet is probably the only person besides her mom that she really cares about in this world. So I don't think that she's leaving without Janet.
Have you explained that to Al?
I can't leave without Janet.
Would you like to leave with Janet?
Well, guess that's why I came here, is to have Janet back.
Okay. Turns over to Clyde without turning his body. Clyde, I heard you say your life for mine. Are you ready to do that? Are you ready to make up for the sins of your family?
It's about time somebody fucking does.
I think the large antlered stag looks at you, Owl, and speaks in a way that everyone can understand. It doesn't move its mouth. There's no features on its face. And he says, "The daughter carries the sins in her blood. Would the father be enough?"
What about two fathers?
Two father.
No. To father. Ooh. He says, 2 souls. Yes. And I
You
think
both
Isaac.
understood? Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. And I think Isaac. Janet is just constantly dripping the substance of oil, and it's pooling on her feet and the edges of her dress. And you can hear her heartbeat, but there's no breath. It's almost like she's choking on this. And she has been for a while. Like she's been able to get just enough air to not, be able to breathe completely. But essentially, she's there and you can tell she's still alive, but she can't hear you and she doesn't know what's going on. And all this stuff is happening around you, and suddenly you hear from the stag that the 2 fathers would be able to set her free.
Her favorite ice cream flavor, I say to the stag, is mint chocolate chip. I don't like it. I always have the chocolate, but she loves the mint chocolate chip, and she makes me. I'm thinking about this because I'm watching her, and that's all I can think about right now. Just let my little girl go, please. Please.
She passed her test scores. She got into college.
These things mean nothing to me.
I know. I want her to live.
If you are willing to give your substance back to the earth, we'll let her go. You have both done wrong. It is time to feed back what has been taken.
Isaac, you said you'd do anything for this girl. Anything for her.
Audrey?
Yes?
Take care of Janet, please.
Always.
Let's do this, Clyde. And I am fully standing in front of the stag, send me to wherever.
I walk down and stand beside you. Resigned. Ready. This is it.
The stag looks to Arthur. No features, once again. But its mouth opens.
God.
Showing a line of teeth. You get the feeling that he wants you to put the knife in his mouth.
I'm just gonna. I'll trade you.
Yeah.
Trade him for what?
Yeah, he has the little piece so I can still hear what the stag is saying.
Oh yeah. So he'll take the handle of the antler in his mouth, and you'll just see it gripping it with the teeth right there, featureless once again. And he'll go up to the 2 of you, and everybody would see this. He kind of quickly slashes, almost inhumanly quickly, a symbol onto the forehead of both Isaac and Clyde. Both of you would then fall on your knees into the same position that Janet is in. And as if everything that's coming out of her is now going to start flowing out of you as a replacement of a funnel. Almost like the spigot in her is being turned off, and you two are now becoming the source of this. She is no longer going to be producing this oil, and now it is going to come out of every orifice that you have on your head. And you won't be able to see or hear what's going on, and you'll barely be able to breathe, and you're stuck there as if, as it's dripping down, the oil is now creating roots, cementing you to the rock. And it's as if your life essence is now being fed back into the earth. But not just your essence, but your history, who you are and who you have always been, and parts of you that you don't even know. It is something primordial. And Janet can suddenly see and hear and breathe, and she falls over as it's almost like she's been in a coma this whole time, and she starts to wheeze as she's able to finally take full breaths again. And Audrey will be able to see that. What do you do?
Yeah, Audrey, I think, is running over and doing that thing where, you know, when you're helping someone, you're helping carry them along. And I think if Janet is able to walk, Audrey immediately is trying to take them back out the way that they came in.
Al would help with that. Al would help with that also, to get the two of you set to walk out. But if you're able to walk out in a way that seems safe, Al would turn around and say something first before leaving as well.
It's not 100% necessary. Janet's not too heavy to carry, and Audrey is fairly strong. So there isn't much help physically for you to do when it comes to carrying her out. But you do get called back a little bit from the stag, because it does call for your name. He says, "Owl."
Yes.
And Arthur, you just happen to be there, so you also hear this. She made that choice to be down here for the children.
She wanted to help.
Yes.
We all want to help.
They are your responsibility now. They're just like you.
Okay. I will take responsibility. They seem to no longer have a father. I will see if they would like a new one.
Correct. They will have...
Anything else?
No. They will have difficulty trying to take things over again. We will try to not repeat the same mistakes.
I will do my part, as is my purpose. Anything else that I can do while I am up there?
Keep enjoying your coffee.
It is a damn fine cup of coffee.
He also smiles back with his line of deer teeth.
Yes.
Arthur, how are you feeling right now?
This is, by God, the darndest thing I've ever seen. He's just writing it all down.
Soon enough, Owl, do you leave with the orphan children?
Absolutely.
Arthur, you were the last one there. Do you just head back?
I'm going to just say to the creature and say, do you have a name that I can quote you as for my story about this?
You will not need it.
Fair enough. Tip my hat and leave.
And as you leave, all of you do, you eventually reach the mouth of this cave, And there will be a canary to greet you. It is hanging off the branch of a tree that is just outside of this mouth cave entrance, and you'll hear the bird song once again. This was a little different, slight higher frequency, and something about it calms you and washes over you and makes everything that happened underground seem like a haze. As the same symbol that was slashed into the forehead of Clyde and Isaac flashes in your vision and makes all of that fade away. All that's left right now is just your motivation of what to do next. Al, take care of these children. Audrey, bring Janet to safety. And Arthur, tell everybody why Isaac and Clyde, tell everybody about Isaac and Clyde's affair story.
You want me to now?
Huh? Oh, it's just that's the motivation for what to do next. But if you want to monologue, feel free.
Well, I was actually writing for the end news story.
Yeah.
It's not quite finished yet, but it's almost there.
You've lost the details of what exactly happened underground, but you remember everything else. And suddenly the story of the missing girl becomes the story of the missing mayor and mine owner, who you might assume did each other in because of this heated unveiling of this years-long affair.
Well, luckily, he pulls for his he has this moment of like clarity and then a moment of the exact opposite of clarity. Like something has been removed from his brain. Like he just forgot something, and he starts feeling, and he pulls out his notepad from his breast pocket as he was taking notes on everything that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And he just starts reading it.
Yep.
And he's reading everything that he wrote down, but he cannot make heads or tails of what actually happened because he wrote it down, like the crib notes for himself. He thinks he can make a story out of this, but he doesn't have the fine details. But he does remember the affair, and so it's just me, Al, and Audrey, right?
And Janet.
And Janet.
And Gherkin.
And
Yes.
Gherkin. So I'm going to say, does anybody remember what just happened?
Yes.
Okay. What do you remember?
What just happened?
I mean, we just came out of the mines, correct?
Are all the
Yeah.
orphan children with us too?
Yes.
So
Are you guys okay? Janet will say to the kids.
They kind of just stare at you. And the oldest says, "Yes, we're okay."
And
um
I think I think Audrey will try and like shuffle over with Janet. Is Janet still like leaning on her, or is she able to walk?
She's still leaning just to get a little bit of support. She's a bit weak.
So I think she's like trying to shuffle over and trying to like look in these kids' eyes because she knows some first aid, especially because she does so much martial arts. So she's like, "Did you guys hit your head?" Like trying to do an assessment on them while also supporting Janet.
They seem to be fine. The only thing is that their eyes are adjusting to the light. So their pupils are going from really tight to wider just to take in, or from really wide to tighter because of the amount of light that they're absorbing and the sensitivity. But the kids seem perfectly fine.
and I start looking in my notebook, and say, it says here that Janet's real father was Clyde.
Janet will be, if Janet, you are okay with this, raised by Janet's mother, and I will step in to assist Janet with anything that Janet needs in the absence of a father. Janet, are you okay with that?
I don't. I suppose.
You don't have to answer now. It is an open invitation. I am here to help, not to impose myself. Whatever you need, I am here.
Audrey, can we go home?
Yeah, your mom's been looking for you. Let's go back. And I think she's looking around because she's like, I'm forgetting something, but I don't know what. Are the children coming with us?
They're staying with Al.
Al, do we walk the children back to the orphanage? Are they okay?
Children, would you like to go back to that building, or would you like to live somewhere else?
We like that building.
We will go to that building. I will work at that building. I will run the orphanage. It does not need to be an orphanage. We can decide it is something else together. Would you like that, children?
Yes.
Wonderful. We will be there.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just they're always like that. Don't worry about the kids. Also, nice to meet you, Mr. Kincaid. I'm a big fan.
Oh, thank you. I covered your disappearance, and I'm going to be covering your reappearance. I have some things about fathers and sacrifice and orphan children.
I still haven't processed all of this, to be honest.
Well, I've forgotten most of it, so I understand. But I think I can do you justice in my story.
Can you make sure you do the same for my dad's?
I believe I can. At least what I can remember.
And we'll kind of fade out on that.
And then wait, was that the end?
Yeah.
Okay. Then can I ask for a different ending, a slightly different ending?
What is your
it is going to be the monologue.
That's what I was I was giving you an opening.
Okay. So it comes back to the news, and then what you get is, hold on, why there we go. Nope. Okay, why is this not working? Dagnabbit, I had a black and white filter ready to go.
It happens.
Okay, so I'm going to come back to the news, and he's going to be standing in front of a camera, and he's going to say, picture, if you will, a town that has already told you one story, and it has not finished speaking. Mayweather Springs, the same tired mountain, the same watchful river, the same towering pickle jar, standing like a monument to industry, but not just industry, to secrets kept under pressure. 5 days gone was a girl. Now she's returned. Janet returned without fanfare, without explanation, and without the pieces of the story that ought to make her whole. The townsfolk whisper in corners, filling the gaps with whatever truths they can stomach. But in Mayweather Springs, the truth has a way of slipping through the fingers, like brine through a cracked seal. Because Janet was never just the mayor's daughter. She was something divided, born between two men, one who ruled the town above, and one who owned everything beneath it. A secret buried deeper than coal, sealed tighter than any jar in the factory, and like all things buried here, it did not stay buried. They say there are rules in Mayweather Springs, old ones, strange ones, the kind you don't write down, except someone did, in a notebook now lost, its pages filled with half-remembered warnings, among them that some creatures can be spoken to if you carry a knife. Not to fight, not to threaten, but to acknowledge something older than language. Janet followed those rules. They say she went willingly, offered herself to something that does not care for pickles or salmon, for rivalries or reputations, but does care very deeply about debts. Debts owed by bloodlines. Debts incurred long before Janet ever drew breath. And when it comes to collect, she answered. To save the orphan children of Mayweather Springs, she made a bargain. And for that bargain, two men paid. The mayor and the mine owner. Both now gone. Both vanished into the same silence that once claimed her. Two fathers found by truth neither one could admit, until the moment it cost them everything. Janet lives, but Mayweather Springs is missing something larger now. Not just its mayor, not just the man who owed its debts, but the illusion that its past could remain buried. The illusion that secrets, once sealed, stay sealed. Because somewhere beneath the mountain, or behind the glass, or waiting just beyond the edge of understanding, something has finished collecting, but something else may still be owed. All it takes is someone willing to remember the rules, and someone else willing to open the lid. This is the Twilight Zone. Oh, the filter came on.
I did that.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were doing black and white, but I can do that for you, so I went ahead.
Nice.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. I'm clicking the thing and it's just not going.
It happens. Tech gremlins. All right. With that, thank you guys so much for donating. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you. We got up to $120 for the Clean Water Fund. That's so exciting. I'll see you guys next week at night for the Valley. Same bad place, same bad time. But for now, I've been Green. You can find me on Hilarity Saves and That Green Thing on all socials, That Green Thing _ And I'm so glad to have been your guide. With that, we're going to popcorn it around to let everybody plug whatever they want, starting with Danny.
Hey, everybody. I am dannyrmendoza all over the internet. Thank you so much again for having me here, Green, and everybody at the table. I had a great time with you all. This was awesome. I can be found anywhere under Danny R. Mendoza. Bluesky is a good place to look for my work. I am a team member over at Streaming Rainbow. I'm a regular over at Pocket Dragon Pub, Pantsless Tables, Nerds with Dice. I'm on a bunch of other channels. There's a bunch of stuff that I haven't, that I can't talk about directly yet, and a bunch of stuff that I can, but it would take 10 million years right now. So follow my socials for that. The only things that I really want to make sure to take a moment to highlight are the charity games that I have coming up this Friday and then the following Monday when we're recording this, when it's live. So that'll be May 1st and May 4th. We're going to be playing Rebel Scum over at Many Face Plays and Queers and Spears. Got Jelly possibly coming around for some of that.
Maybe.
And yeah, maybe. And either way, a lot of wonderful support from great people. We are working with Just the Human and Charity TRPGs on that. And we are going to be doing it to raise money for Doctors Without Borders with a focus on Palestinian aid. We're also on May 3rd, so in between those 2 days, and again on May 12th, going to be running tables of misspent youth for the same charity and with Jess and on the same channels. And again, playing Pasión de las Pasiones on May 21st, again for the same charity and with the same overall collaborators. Casts are going to be different. Alongside that, I have the great honor of being the guide or GM for Rocket Club, a multi-stage anthology, which Green here is a part of. Over at Streaming Rainbow. It is on the channels I mentioned before, so Streaming Rainbow, Pocket Dragon Pub, Pantsless Tables, and Nerds with Dice. We have different tables telling different stories of this wonderful game that was created by M. Hubbard that is being published by Evil Hat and is currently in open playtesting. So if you want to check out the game, you can get a 172-page PDF for free by going to evilhat.com/rocket-club and signing up for the playtest through the end of May 2026. All that we ask in return is please give any feedback you have based on watching these shows, reading through the materials, or playing with them. It's an already amazing game. We would love for it to be even better by the time it publishes next year. There's a million other things. If you follow my socials, you will see them. And I will pass it to Louie.
I would like to plug St. Louis style fried rice. And really all St. Louis style Chinese food. That includes hot braised chicken and St. Paul sandwiches. It's honestly the best fried rice I've ever had in my entire life. And I want everybody to know about it. So if you're ever in St. Louis, go to a place that's going to feel very foreboding, like you're about to get robbed. But it's going to be the best fried rice you've ever had. Beyond that, my name is Louie. You can find me talking about stuff somewhere, probably. Team Louie on the Twitter machine and Twitch and TikTok. Team of Louie on Bluesky and I think I'm Team Louie on Bluesky as well. But I'm Team of Louie on Snapchat if you want to do that thing. If you're somehow under the age of 22. Apparently I'm too old for Snapchat. Team of Louie on Instagram and Snapchat and Threads. I just had a viral thread yesterday, over the past 2 days, so that's fun. I don't do a whole lot of TTRPG stuff, but I'm trying to. I did have a show for a little while called Total Party Overkill, where I had creators and voice actors come on and they all created a level 1 character and died horrible deaths to legendary monsters in a one-shot. There's about 7 or 8 episodes of that you can watch on my Twitch and on my YouTube, and there's clips on other socials as well. And I've probably talked enough for the entire party here, but I really can't stress enough St. Louis style Chinese food. And that's it.
Popcorn it, Louie.
I'm going to popcorn it to Audrey. Sorry. Character names.
No worries.
Go ahead.
It's all good. Hey, everyone. My name is Kay. You can find me everywhere that you can find me at the Canine Detective, because dogs and TTRPGs are kind of my entire personality. And that's where you'll see announcements pop up. I've got some things coming out on the Into the Night AP. Same thing on the Bad Ideas channel. I'm sure there'll be more things through the summer. And I will popcorn it over to Jellyfish.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jellyfish Lines. My pronouns are he, him. And you can find me everywhere online at jellyfishlines.itch.io or just at jellyfishlines. I'm no longer on Twitter. Do not follow me there. I hate it there. I don't use it. And keep an eye out for a couple of games that are coming out this summer. Townies is getting an update, which is kind of like a magical realism type of game where you play as a city and the residents that take care of that city. It's a lost and found game. It's a solo journaling game. It's getting art, which feels great. And then I don't know if I can say this, but my next game, Augury and Litany, my biggest game to date, is being released in July. Please note that this is a sex and sorcery game. It's evil. Please, it's good. It's good though. I'm cooking. Me and my boyfriend are cooking. Keep an eye out for that in June. on my itch page at jellyfishlines.itch.io. And I'm popcorning this over to I don't remember your name, but Jedi's Mark. Hi.
Yes. Hi, it's me,
Malik.
Malik. The Jedi Smart on pretty much everywhere. Yes. Everywhere at all my socials. A couple things to plug. If you're in the Philadelphia area, I will be working at the Ren Fair over at Queen and Rook Board Game Cafe. We'll be having a Ren Fair out on the street. It's going to be really fun. I'm going to be working the costume booth. I will be wearing an eye patch and elf ears, giving people costumes for the Ren Fair. I am a couple things coming on down the pipeline for me. I'll be on several channels like Streaming Rainbow, Game Master Monday, as well as here on Hilarity and Dungeon Dropouts. My next project soon is probably going to be the Call of Cthulhu Regency session that I'll be running for Dungeons and Dropouts. And I'm very excited to get that on the way. And also other stuff come from other channels that I look forward to posting about on my various socials under the Jedi Smart. So yeah. Also, if you're looking for a DM in Philadelphia, I'm a pro DM in this area. Message me.
How's the fried rice?
We have cheesesteaks out here and water ice.
Okay, and then I guess you can just follow me on my socials, figure out where I'm at. I'm doing a lot of stuff with Hilarity Save RPG that is going to be announced later. It's stuff with the main campaign and Dastardly and stuff like that I can't say it. I can't. It's not the time yet, but that's happening. Anyway, I'm very excited to be doing it though. And then stuff with Streaming Rainbow for Pride, Rocket Club, all that. A lot of fun things. So with that, this has been The Valley. Thank you so much for helping us raise money for the Clean Water Fund one more time. And we're doing this all again next week, baby, with a new set of casts that I'm super excited about. Check out, stick around, join the Discord for the announcements on that probably tomorrow, and also follow Hilarity Save RPG, the logo right there, all their socials in the description in the bio on Twitch, to figure out the rest of the cast, more donation incentives, any other quirky things. Join the Discord. I post stuff about this stream on there that you won't see anywhere else, so do it anyway. We're gonna go ahead and sign out, and also stick around so we can raid Red Discovery RPG, guys. All right, have a great night.